Rocker Mama. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Merry Christmas and all of that good stuff. Hey, Rhonda, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you for holding the fork down for us, lady. Merry Christmas,
Yeah.
Tara.
Helen, Carmel, everyone. What's up, Stacy, Jen? What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 111.
Mmm.
Ticking is ticking.
That's a magical number. You see, those that know. But 111 is a magical number.
Yeah.
So tonight we got to make sure that Uncensored Mind is a magical night. I mean, it is Christmas night, for goodness
It
sake.
is,
And
yes.
we thank all of y'all for rocking with us because we know that you're tired. If you're like me, you're tired. Those kids.
Fool. And your food, you've been eating all day.
Oh my goodness, I've been a pig. I'm slightly embarrassed of myself.
Oh, no. But
Just
that's
just
how
slightly.
it's for, though, KD. This is the time.
Huh?
I said that's what the holidays is for. This is the time for you to indulge,
Yeah.
all the
And
goodies.
and I indulged in mine and my ancestors too.
I,
I'll just have to work it off.
I know.
There's Mr. T in the comments, everybody. Make
Yeah.
sure that you throw up those exploding heads, throw up all of our signs. Just put those emojis in there so we can get the algorithm out.
Yes, absolutely.
So, Ish, how was your Christmas day as a whole?
It was good. It was good. Nice and quiet. Not too busy. Our family is very spread out, so unfortunately, we don't do the big family gatherings, but it was exactly how it needed to be. It was perfect. It was a perfect day. How was yours?
It was good. Actually, my family, we got together. It was nice for us to get together because it's been a couple of Christmas since we all got together. So even though it was cold, everybody weathered the cold and they all came and we had fun and we ate. So with that, I'm gonna go into the affirmation, and that is affirm to always keep those family ties strong. Our ancestors built those bonds, and it is up to us to continue to build those bonds. Now, Christmas, for kids, Christmas is magical. And the older we get, the less magical it becomes for us. But that's when we have to go inside and pull out everything that we need to be grateful for all the things that we have. Because we sometimes forget in the midst of us not having what we want to have, we forget what we're blessed to have. And that is love. You have love in places that you never knew that you had it. So we have to learn to be open to love and appreciate love because love comes in many forms from many different people and things. And with that being said, let's get ready for some uncensored minds tonight. Yay!
What's up, KD? How you doing?
All right, now,
Right,
what's up?
right now it's just the two of us. He should be joining us in a moment. She's just getting her one twos together. But as we all know, today is the big day, December 25th. Merry Christmas to all, and hopefully y'all all has had a good night. Um, let's get into the icebreaker question of the day, and it goes a little something like this: what's your favorite Christmas gift or memory? Katie, I'll let you go first.
Whew, now when I got that, I've been thinking and thinking. Now, y'all know I got to think back to dinosaur days, right? But my most memorable childhood Christmas is I wanted a keyboard. Couldn't play a lick, but I wanted that keyboard. And I was going to have a fit unless I got that keyboard. And my mom got that keyboard for me. I think I was 10 maybe. We didn't have in the room in the living room for it, but she like moved tables and stuff out of the way just to satisfy me on that keyboard. So that's my most memorable childhood Christmas.
So the icebreaker question of the day: if y'all wasn't here or just coming in the room, what's your favorite Christmas gift or memory? Ish, what's yours?
I will have to. How do I sound? I sound okay? Much better. Okay. Um, I will have to say that my most memorable Christmas would have to be when I got a Rainbow Bright and an Easy Bake Oven in the same sitting. I was no more good. You couldn't tell me anything. I had my little baby doll and I had my little Easy Bake stuff going on, and I was just in heaven. And I don't think anybody could pull me away from those two things for the entire day. I didn't eat. I didn't want to do anything else. That was it. And it's funny because you think back to those, those Christmas years where toys just made you happy. The simplest things, it wasn't a lot of money to get those things, but it was two things that I really wanted, and I got them in the same Christmas. So I was super excited about that.
What's up, people?
Nice. I'm gonna go. My favorite Christmas gift or memory was yesterday. Yes, one of the greatest gifts. Thank you to the Dallas Cowboys for giving me a win yesterday, giving us a win, Dallas Nation, making a lot of people in Philadelphia eat their words. It was a memorable experience just because got an opportunity to see it up close. Just making sure that I had a good time celebrating a win. So that's one of my favorite Christmas gifts ever. Like just being able to celebrate, breaking the hearts of these Eagles fans, and letting them know that Cowboys is here, baby.
I can't. Shout out to the green team, man. Y'all all right, man? I just want to send out some strength, some prayers and strength for everybody who the green team. Their hearts were broken yesterday, like it was the end of the world. It was just one game. People, y'all could calm down a little bit. Everybody's still alive.
We should have won that, though. We should have won that. I think that's why it was so heartbreaking, because we let it slip through our fingers. We shouldn't have lost that at all.
For me, I ain't one of those ones who call you and gloat, throw it up in your face. It's a game at the end of the day. It's all in fun. But I had so many people call my phone yesterday upset. Like I didn't like with beef and energy. I was just like, why y'all so
That's
upset?
what I'm saying. No, that's the thing about the green team fans. Like even when they lose, they mad at you.
Yeah. What's beef for me about? Like it was like, well, you beat our backup quarterback. No one said that in Dallas when y'all beat us with our backup quarterback. Y'all said it was a win. Right. And the win was a win yesterday. So I just don't be understanding the hate that come along with the fans of the Philadelphia Eagles. You dig? I know I'm a Philadelphian, so that means Philadelphia runs through my blood. But at the end of the day, like it's weird. Like y'all have the same energy that y'all have when y'all lose. When y'all win, y'all sore losers, and that showed yesterday. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, it is what it is.
But see, I was quiet. Now you got some hate mail from me in the beginning, but then after I didn't even say nothing. I just said congrats.
How many people like y'all been doing this all season? 13-1, 12-1, 2-4. It's been I mean y'all been riding. I ain't heard shit.
We've been quiet. It's hurtful. It's hurtful.
Y'all been hating. So y'all went from 13-1 and all the Eagles flying on y'all page to y'all beat a backup
right. And that's what I said. They never keep the same energy. That's why
I'm saying 13-2. I'm saying 13-2, and next week we're gonna be back at it.
Oh, it's cool because we 12-3. So what we talking about?
I mean, yeah, y'all not too far behind. But what I'm saying is I ain't screaming, but y'all won with our backup quarterback. But Like it is what it is. We're gonna get back to business. We're gonna get back to basics and let's have it. We'll see y'all again, maybe,
All right,
possibly.
can I tell my Christmas story while y'all
Yes, please.
gloating in y'all
I was just going back and forth. See, look
Now
here.
I got you two on the Cowboys gear. I'm gonna live up to my end of the
tell my
bet.
Christmas story?
Yes, sir, please.
I want to say I do have fond memories of like getting bikes that I wanted or things like that. But I would say my favorite Christmas memory would be like when my kids were both like little at the age where they were starting to understand. So when my daughter was like 6 and my son was like 4, and they're still like, "Daddy, I got Spider-Man," and all that little cute shit. That would be,
Yeah.
my favorite Christmas
My
memory.
favorite.
Shout out
Oh,
to KD's son. He just had a birthday. We can't go without saying shout outs to that.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Happy birthday.
Happy
yeah. Happy birthday
Yes.
to my
Happy
boy.
birthday.
He turned another
young
year
man.
older on
Capricorn
Friday.
season, what up? Capricorn season, what up? S gang, what up? What we doing?
And y'all all
Okay.
the same, aren't you? I love y'all. I love y'all to death. I love y'all to death. But Lord Jesus, Lord Jesus is all I can say.
Oh man.
All right, people. Does anybody else in the chat have any favorite Christmas memories before we move on? Because there's a lot of drama, and then I have a fun game for y'all in ideology tonight. We're not going to do too much spice. I want to lighten up the mood since it's a holiday. And I think the topics on this specific show is going to start enough shit by itself.
Oh shit. I
Let's
should
get
have had a drink. I should have had my drink ready, just locked
Yeah,
and loaded.
Then
let's
you
get
know
it
Shit.
what? I think I'm gonna go get
right.
my drink. I got me
Right.
something to drink.
Listen,
I
I
think I'm
didn't
gonna
know
go get
this.
mine.
Or I would have been prepared in advance.
So part one of the spice. Tory Lanez was found guilty on all charges.
Wow.
Damn, Tori. That's a bad look.
That man is now facing 20 years in prison. He has been
and
taken after the guilty verdict came down. He was taken right into custody by the LA Sheriff Department, and he now sits in an LA County jail awaiting his sentences to see how long he will get to be behind bars. As T-shirt so eloquently says, free Tory.
Only for shooting her in the foot?
yeah, K-Day.
Free Tory.
Just for shooting her in the foot.
Yeah,
Yeah, because it's charges and then they stack the charges. So the judge, that's why they say he could face up to 20 years because it really all depends on how the judge sentenced them. If the judge runs it concurrently, then that means the sentences run together for each charge, or he could stack them and they could run consecutive. So he could be facing up to 20 years depending on how he's sentenced on each charge.
And even still, since he's a native Canadian, he's probably going to be deported, so he'll probably never be allowed back in the U.S.
In the United States.
But
Yeah.
collusion comes in from the testimony of eyewitnesses.
That's what I'm saying.
A white man at that in particular says, I seen a woman fire the shot
Right.
that hit Megan Thee Stallion, and then Tory Lanez took the gun and shot the gun in the air to empty the clip.
Right.
With all that being said, he still was found guilty.
Right.
So
this is the first time that I've seen a trial where it looked on the outside that the prosecution side was getting their ass kicked. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden on the final day, they said, you know what? Guilty on all charges.
Wow.
We just all knew.
Yeah.
All knew he was going to be exonerated. Like he was going to be found.
Absolutely.
And we was going to look at Meg a different way. But as the world turns, that verdict came.
That was a shocker.
And I was
shocked.
That
was a shock.
Middle of Neiman Marcus.
Right.
Talking to Mike from Game 7. Y'all know who that is. And the guilty verdict came down. People just was in the store just gasped, like, oh my God, like for real?
Right.
And that is true. So it's crazy. How y'all feel about that? What's y'all thoughts?
Ladies, y'all want to go first?
Yeah, I mean, for me, I was very shocked because again, it's very rare that you find someone being convicted when there is not any
physical evidence corroborating the story. So yeah, you can have a whole bunch of people lining shit up and saying X, Y, and Z, but typically the DNA evidence or the ballistic evidence is normally what seals the deal. And in this case, that wasn't clear. It was actually said the opposite. So it's wild to me how he was convicted without that.
Okay,
Mm. I'm just sitting up here flabbergasted because he shot her in the foot, and they're acting like he shot her in the head. I mean, he could have easily said that the gun slipped or whatever. But I mean, I'm no legal beagle, but that just seemed pretty excessive to me to have that amount of time stacked on me.
all I know is I was at work and I didn't know this verdict was coming this soon. And my son had sent me a text, showing me what was going on or whatever. And I just, responded to my son and I just told him, be careful, son, because you can hurt one of these females' feelings and they could send you away for the rest of your life just because their feelings are fucking hurt. So I just was relaying the message to my son to be careful because this is a travesty amongst all travesties.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And as each said, our resident legal analyst on the show, she said a lot of the evidence pointed the opposite direction,
Right.
the direction of the best friend or the friend that was there. The ballistics showed that he didn't have any gun residue on his. Well, actually, the fingerprints didn't match his; it matched hers.
Mm-hmm.
The gunpowder was found in his hands, but it also was found on the young ladies as well, who was the believed the triggerman in the situation. Different eyewitnesses, different accounts, even the young lady's testimony. And, we all just was like, we was looking at Meg a different way.
Mm.
And then here comes this shocking verdict that came down that, you know, just took it a whole different way. And I can understand Tory's family being very, very adamant and boisterous in that courtroom, then coming out in the courtroom and saying how big of a travesty this is, because the evidence that we was shown, that we was talked, that was told to us, that was argued back and forth, Tory was exonerated, right? He was absorbed of any wrongdoing. But then to get this verdict of being guilty, it just was like, it was weird. That's why I can sympathize when T told his son, be careful, because you already on uphill battle being a black man.
Right.
Now also are fighting uphill battle being a man versus a woman anyway.
Right.
And he said, she said, and then just the color of our skin and the judicial system has never, weighed on our side. So that's why it's like super, super crazy, and it's baffling how this could be.
Right.
Just like the father said, maybe Rock Nation, who is her management company, is behind this, meaning they, that's a big, large engine that
Right.
may have paid off a couple of people, may have, whatever the case may be, who knows, but it's just another another young black man's freedom stripped away from him when the evidence clearly proved that it wasn't him who pulled the trigger.
Right.
You know what I mean? But one thing I will say is this should be a life lesson to all of us: is when there's altercation, the best course of action is just get the fuck up out of there.
Facts.
Right.
But even when you can't, safeguard yourself and do everything that you can to either get up out of the situation or get as far away from it as you can, because you never know how it's going to play out, be it guilty or not guilty.
I also want to say that I don't want to point so much blame at Meg because she has her own traumas that she's dealing with her mom dying and her being the actual person that was injured. I wouldn't say she was shot in this situation, but she was injured. So she does have her own traumas dealing with this case, and she wasn't the one, pursuing charges against Tory. The news had got out that this situation had happened or whatever, and the police took it amongst themselves to, you know, push forward with this case. So I want to take some of the heat off of her and, just realize what just happened to this black man.
Right. Look now, why that face now? That can happen though, like the complaining witness not necessarily wanting to move forward with the charges, but the prosecution still having the ability to move forward, in the prosecution, even if the witness doesn't want to move forward with it.
Right. You got beef now?
Nell said, "Fuck that." She knew she wanted it.
You know why I say I got beef? Because she went on this whole media campaign,
Right.
made herself the victim.
Right,
So
but that's what I was trying to say. That's all an emotional breakdown. This is not even like a thing. That's all just these female emotional breakdowns.
I get it. But if she had no intentions on going forth with it, you don't go on Good Morning America. Right. You don't sit with Gail. Right. You don't cry. You don't go on lives and defame the character when you know what the real story is. Were you trying to protect your girlfriend, which your girlfriend would? Hopefully you was trying to do that. Right? But then you see when you get in the courtroom, how your friends flip on you. Right. Because who she thought was an ally went on there and told the truth to save herself. When she realized that her testimony wasn't going to incriminate her, then Shorty was a faucet. Right. Running. Mm-hmm. Right? And she was saying, nah, none of this shit happened like that. Right. It happened like this. Right. And when you get eyewitness testimonies, when you get ballistic results back, which is supposed to be scientific proof that one thing or another led to this happening, and then nothing comes of it that is pointing the finger at the person that was found guilty, it bothers me.
Oh, it's definitely bothering me. I'm still disgusted.
Yeah, like Lady B, she makes a good point. How prosecutors, these judges, and this system is flawed, and how you can strip the life of anyone, especially our kind, by hearsay. Right? He's going to be another statistic, another black man who was in the system, regardless of fame or fortune, is another statistic that corroborates their story about us, that we thugs, right? That we will harm each other, especially our very own. Mm-hmm. But one thing is for sure, who's for certain. Let's not let this get lost in translation. We got to do better protecting our black women as well. Right. Mm-hmm. That's one thing that we got to step up and do as a culture, society, and as a group of people. But more importantly, as men and also women, we have an opportunity also to protect our black men as well. When you find yourself so enraged, or you find yourself getting to a point of whatever, be it male or female, the best thing to do is walk away and diffuse the situation. Mm-hmm. Because now, after we sit back and we think about it, damn, I don't want to get this person in trouble now. The cycle is already, the motion has already been perpetuated. Right. Now, they had to carry out and make an example of this kid.
Facts. Right. Facts. Free Tory, man.
Yeah. When did they say he was going to be sentenced? I think T said in January sometime.
Wow. So he got to sit till then.
Yeah.
Huh?
He has to sit till then, right?
He has to sit till then, yeah. And some, not all the time, dude. It's crazy. I'm surprised that they that they revoked his bail at that point in time. Most of the judges has discretion to allow an individual to remain out until sentencing, and they're normally taken into custody at sentencing. But the judge seemed like that he had like a little, hard on or something because he didn't have to revoke his bail right then and there. I mean, maybe the laws are a little different there, but typically there is some discretion.
No, I mean these are
Because
hold on now. I mean these are things that I talk to my son about often because I try to let him know that don't put yourself in these positions because you never know how the judge is going to come in on that particular day. Like people could just come in on that day and feel like fuck you today, and that's the
Facts.
end of you.
That
Like
is
it's
true.
because they in a bad mood that day, and you don't have no control over that. So yeah,
Facts.
then
So true.
also from another country.
right.
He's from Canada, so his primary residence is Canada. So they may thought that he can go back to Canada and not face charges, but
Mhm.
for those that are innocent, maybe he'll get another trial. Maybe I'm sure his legal team was probably going to appeal the decision. And where they thought they had an airtight case, probably get it even stronger, with more evidence and more testimony from those that seen the case. So, everything that, shout outs to everybody that's involved. Hopefully, their just due when their fair day in court will come again. Again. Moving on to the next topic is all about it. People going wild. This is the wild year, right? We've been going wild all year, and now it's the kids again. Last week it was the kids. This week again, it's the kids, and the
The kids
kids
is
this
off
week
the
are
hook.
the rich and entitled kids, not the broke kids, but the rich and entitled kids. Lil Romeo versus his father, Master P, and Bow Wow versus his father, Jermaine Dupri. His father,
Son
Jermaine
versus
Dupri.
father.
Right.
You dig? If you don't know what we're talking about, Twitch, as we all know from the Ellen Show, also TikTok fame, also from all the different platforms that Twitch had, committed suicide, as we all know. A number of different celebrities, athletes posted their condolences. Master P posted something as well in regards to Twitch, which prompted Lil Romeo to throw some shade out there that people court. And people was like, well, who is he talking about? And y'all know, you got the investigators, social media investigators found out that he was talking about his own father.
But
And
this all stems from Romeo being like, you posting this and you wasn't even there for their sister who had just recently committed suicide.
absolutely. So he was feeling some type of ways for you post something for somebody in the industry, but you don't post for your own child.
Right.
Also, you're doing your own child dirty.
Right.
You had me on Rap Snacks and you had me on all of these things that made money. And I'm just now at 30 something years old starting to see my first check from my likeness, which is he felt was ill will. You gonna use me? I should have been getting paid from the stuff. That's
So
Romeo.
now let me ask you this: as if you were a head of the household and this is the family business and you're using this to take care of the whole family, are you really taking from the son or are you taking care of the family?
Nah, see, that's the thing. I'm not a rich, entitled bastard. I'm a broke, I'm a broke left motherfucker. Right? I understand that as the head of the household, the father, the architect to putting these things together. My
Right.
record label,
Right.
which I signed you and gave you an opportunity to get out there on a big scale.
Right.
Your father, who allowed you to go out there and be an actor at a young age.
Right.
Your father, who put you in comfortable situations all your life.
Right.
So at some point, as a child, I had to understand that comes along with the business.
Right.
Now, what these kids don't understand it, or these new generations, or just some, even people don't understand that it's a simple conversation.
No.
Why run a social media when we could have had a conversation?
Right.
You're a man now. You
Right.
felt big enough to go out there and do this. You could have felt big enough to stand in front of me and had this conversation.
But I do want to say that Romeo did say that they've had these conversations, numerous times, and he's just tired of P, putting on this facade that everything's good with the family, that everybody's making money, and that everything is on the up and up. And I don't feel like things are that way.
Yeah. and I can understand, but it's just
Now I'm gonna
keep
play
out.
devil's advocate
Go ahead,
with
Kate.
Lil Romeo.
Hold on,
Who's
hold on,
the
hold on, hold on. Before we get into that, we have to be reminisced that Katie had a crush on Little Romeo. Well, go ahead, Katie.
I
Stop.
so did
Please
This
not.
is a real
I
stop.
did
thing,
not
Ish.
have a crush on
This
him.
is a real
Please
thing,
fucking
Ish.
stop.
This
She
is a
did
real thing, Ish. This is a
jump
real
the
thing.
You
broke
did?
favorite
Before,
movie.
before
Katie,
you
please stop.
listen,
No.
Ish, before you came along, this was a thing. Go ahead.
This was a thing.
She
Well,
loved
Yeah,
it.
I ain't mad at you,
I've never
honestly. I
had a
mean,
crush on him.
him
I
as
can
older
promise you that.
Romeo.
Now
right.
Him
I
as
I
older
have
Romeo.
admired his little body. I mean, I'm
See that?
sorry,
I
but
admire his little body.
his body grew up, and I did
Yeah, that's what I was
admire the
gonna say.
body, but that was as far as it went. But I'm playing devil's advocate because I can't help but to wonder, did his dad put him out there in all that stuff for his own selfish reasons to make money? Because he was in a position to put his son in, in those places.
Right, but he didn't have to do that because he was already successful. He could have put anybody in that position.
But was he that successful?
Ooh,
Hell yeah,
He was. Yeah.
Master
I mean,
P.
I
Yeah.
know who Master P is. I know, but Romeo is coming out saying that his dad has been pretending.
Pretending what
So
though?
That's
again,
what I'm
was
saying.
he really that financially
So
successful?
all right, so let's keep it there then, right? Master P put on his brothers,
Right.
Steve Murder and Silk the Shocker, right? He gave opportunities to all of their family members
Right.
to earn money in the family in that business. As
Mm-hmm.
my son, would you not feel a type of way if I didn't give you that same opportunity? If I
Oh
had
yeah.
that big of opportunity?
Right.
So it's
Oh
not
yeah.
about him taking or monetizing off of Romeo. I'm sure Romeo wanted to do the same thing as well. Just think, him and Bow Wow was
Right.
1A, 1C.
Right.
Bow Wow being 1A and Romeo being 1C at the time. And they both Romeo always tried to catch Lil Bow Wow.
Right.
So I'm sure
But
he loved the
um,
attention that he was getting and that fame that came along with.
Hold on now. What you saying, K-Day?
as young as Romeo started, I don't think that he made that decision to get into the entertainment business himself. He was very young. I mean, I remember when the
But
child
he
was
wasn't
like
forced.
9.
He wasn't forced to. He wanted to be a rapper.
He
This
wanted
is
to
a
do that. He said
thing.
he do that. He said he did.
Right.
He's not challenging the fact that he was thrust into the limelight. He's not saying none of that. He's just saying he doesn't appreciate
Right.
not being taken care of the way that he should have, that he feels or he should be taken care of.
Right. And I'm not saying that he did not want to be in there, but I'm just asking, I'm just posing the question, did his dad see the opportunity,
That's
you
called
know,
business.
to make money off of his child?
As he should. That's called business.
Right.
So he pimped his son out?
Okay, it's called business.
Are you-
If I'm running a huge business and my son wants to be in the business and I can put him right here in the business, why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah, absolutely.
But he didn't pay him, he said.
KD, he grew
No,
up in a mansion his whole fucking life. He didn't grow up in the projects. He grew up in the mansion his whole fucking life. Cut it out.
You got a point. You got a point.
He didn't say my father's not paying me. He said this is the first time I'm seeing money off the rap snacks.
Right.
Sure, he's
Oh,
seeing money
right.
off the record contracts and all of the things that they was doing there. You know, he grew up to be a movie star, right? He was in movies.
Mhm.
You know, I'm sure he got money off of that. I'm not saying he got pimped out, but you know, some people sometimes believe they're worth more than what they're really worth.
Right.
And they
Right.
more than what they always want more because they want more.
Right.
Yeah. It's
You know,
never
that's
enough.
the situation.
I mean, that's what I was asking though. So it's basically like, if my face is on the cover of this Rat's Next bag, would I be mad if you shared that money with the family? That's what the question is, KD. Are you mad that the money is being shared with the whole family, but your face is on the bag? Are you mad at that?
No, I'm not mad at it.
Mm.
No. because like you say, Master P was the breadwinner of the house,
Right.
and he did pave the way. So I'm just playing devil advocates for Romeo, but I can see your point as well. I mean, I know how kids can be ungrateful. Trust me, I do know how kids can be ungrateful, and it do take the parents to use the resources to keep the business rolling. So
I just think it's real. I just think it's real foul. Though I smell bullshit. Not from none of y'all, but from Romeo itself. Because when Master P and Romeo's mother got a divorce, if y'all remember, the divorce was very messy.
Right.
Romeo picked a side.
Right.
And the side he picked was his father.
Right.
Because the money was coming in, the
Right.
fame was still there, the opportunities were still there on that side. So if you felt that way, Romeo, you chose to roll with your pop and disconnect yourself from your mother. Now, at this age, now you feel like maybe your opportunities ain't as plentiful as they once were. Now you singing a different tune. So now I say make it make sense. If you want to choose a side at some point, you got to understand that side, you got to stay on that side and take whatever comes with that.
Yeah.
But
And
not only that, no, Master P has been for the last several years or so has been saying, "All right, Romeo, take the fucking reins.
Yeah.
Take the fucking reins. If you want to run shit, get your ass up here and run shit."
But that's the entitlement of these kids that are spoiled, right? Or never had to really go out there and do nothing, but just was put in a position because you were my son and I had the power, right?
Yeah, and they said that too. He was an executive producer on Growing Up Hip Hop, and he kind of was getting tired of being in that position. So Master P had to kind of finagle him out of contracts in order for him to be able to sit down, which in turn was losing money. So it's like, how much do you really want to get out of a bag if you are in an executive producer seat that you don't want and you want to step down, and I got to work to get you out of money. So it's a lot of different arguments that Master P has as well, to kind of make it seem like Nell said, that his position, Lil Romeo's position, is bullshit.
Right.
Yeah. Him and Angela had issues because of it.
Right.
Because of his business dealings and him just being a baby.
Right.
Flip side, let's go to Mr. Bow Wow and his daddy Jermaine Dupri. Right, so Jermaine Dupri was on a radio show. He was talking about the impact of culture and his impact on the culture and what he's done for the culture for people that truly don't know. Jermaine Dupri has done a lot out here for a lot of people, unearthed a lot of things. And he was on a radio show and said this: I created 106 in Park. I created 106 in Park myself. I came to Stephen Hill with the idea and said, yo, we got to create a show that's going to rival TRL. MTV got TRL, which highlights that side of the culture, and it ain't ours. We need a show on BET that's going to not only rival that, but kick TRL's ass and make it just about us. He said he went to Stephen Hill and the powers that be at BET and created this show. And Mr. 106 in Park, as y'all know, Bow Wow put offense to that. Because Bow Wow said, no, you didn't. That was all BET's idea. And I made 106 in Park because at the time I was hot. I was there every week. My video stayed in rotation. 106 in Park was me. And then the brat jumped in and said, yo, Bow Wow, like, chill, bro. Like, you got to understand, Jermaine Dupri created a lot of opportunities for you because you was the hot thing out there, and we needed platforms. You needed those platforms to be what you are today, or what you was back then, Bow Wow, to people to get exposures to you.
Not only that, no, I want to know, what is Bow Wow's purpose in that? Like, what are you even talking about when JD is the one writing your fucking songs? Like,
pretty much.
What is your purpose of even saying anything?
Then the plot thickens, because then Stephen Hill at BET said, hold up, let's pump the brakes for a minute. Jermaine Dupri is a great producer, a great man, but I and my people created 106 in Park as a way to get exposure to our culture. As much as Jermaine Dupri has added to the culture, he did not create this. And Bow Wow kind of made sure he posted it for the world to see that he had receipts that Jermaine didn't. I take offense at Bow Wow for the same very thing that he just said. He gave you an opportunity. He took you from Snoop and made you the biggest artist on the planet for years.
Right.
He made your name a household name for years to come. He gave you an opportunity to feed yourself, your family, and your family's family for a very long time.
Hold on now, because I want to address what Marilyn is talking about. Marilyn, this is not about when Bow Wow was the host of 106 in Park. This is about the inception of 106 in Park, when Bow Wow was the number one video for eons, and they had to start retiring his videos because he was the most popular artist at the time. So this is not about him being the host of the show or AJ and Free. This is about how it started and Bow Wow being the music artist that he was.
Absolutely.
And I think too, like, it's important to realize in any aspect, like, an idea can start the size of a pea. So maybe what JD is saying, like, I created the idea. Yes, BET effectuated that. They put the wheels in motion. They did all of that, and Bow Wow stood on the platform and was able to make it just blow up. You know what I mean? But JD coming up with the idea itself is the creation and the birth of something, you know what I mean, spectacular. No, it takes a whole bunch of people to put things into motion, you know what I mean? But JD starting and coming up with the idea, don't take that away from him simply because he didn't necessarily make all the wheels spin.
Right.
Absolutely. Who knows? Jermaine Dupri could have said something to the people like, yo, I think we need a show or whatever. And that a contribution. That's starting something that's was a necessary need. But the problem I have again is with these entitled ass kids.
I got to agree with you.
The entitlement versus reality. And we're going to use that term a lot tonight. Entitlement versus reality. The entitlement is, I'm so big now, my name is so strong that I don't need the people that gave me the opportunity to have my name such as important as it is. Jermaine Dupri gave you that. So Def was before you, Bow Wow.
Right.
Jermaine Dupri hired writers to write tracks for you to become little Bow Wows, the T.I.s of the world, the Hunter Austins of the world, the people that are behind the scenes creating you is how you got here, and you slapped the person in the face that gave you an opportunity. Sometimes shutting the fuck up is the best medicine you can do. Let that man have that. If he wants to say that he created something, who are you to say he didn't?
Right.
That's right.
And Bow Wow always seemed to be going against the grain.
And even at the time of this, Bow Wow was a little kid. You don't even fucking remember what happened.
Right.
I know
all
like
you remember
10,
is where you supposed to be. Like them telling you gonna be on 106 in Park, or you gonna be this, that, and the third. Like, really, what business meetings was he sitting at that age? What business meetings was he sitting down at, making decisions or really listening to the shaking and moving that's going on within, creating a show or what have you? Like, probably not much.
My man,
he just figured because his music was popping at the time that he's entitled.
My man Meek said it the best. I have not beefed nobody I got money with. If I got money with you, I ain't beefing with you. I don't give a fuck.
Right.
No, and I am never ever going to beef with you or let the world know I got an issue with you because you put something in my hand that I couldn't put in my hand at the time. You gave me an opportunity to make it.
Right.
Stop it, people.
All right.
Bow Wow always starting shit.
Bow Wow, chill out.
Chill out.
As we move on, I think that Nell is going to be the shit starter tonight.
See, this is crazy. Where's my drink at?
I got a little here.
I think Nell will be the shit starter tonight. So
look at you, KD. You all rats and guts.
Well, he don't.
Yeah, listen.
I'm trying to keep it. But you know what I mean? It's crazy. But let's go right into what we talking about, right? And this next segment right here, I told you I was going to hear this word a couple of times. It's called entitlement versus reality. What does that mean to you, right? So many times we have people who have this sense of entitlement that if it ain't their way, it's no way.
Right.
And the reality of the fact is, okay, you can have it that way, but you got to do things to make it that way. It just don't.
Not only that, you have to stand on it. You have to stand on it. If you want it that way, you have to stand on it.
You got to stand on it. But entitlement doesn't come because you're a certain sex,
right?
You're a certain age, you have a certain social status. Entitlement doesn't come because it comes with the work that you put in to become entitled, and that's what makes it reality.
Right.
How y'all feel
Okay, the work. We've put in work in the past.
What work?
We've put in work, which is what makes us
work?
the way we are. What y'all call entitled?
I'm waiting for the work. I'm waiting for the work.
It's work that you never saw because we did it in our
You never
past.
saw this fucking work now. Oh shit.
No, this is what I mean.
Wait,
the work is what has built us to be the person that we are today. That took work. Took work to build. So most of us don't think it's entitlement. We think it's just protecting what we have built.
Okay, so let's stay there. So the entitlement that you put in the work prior to someone actually seeing the work that you've put into, that's that reward. You're supposed to be rewarded for that. The reality is the work should be consistently done regardless. That you're doing that work to benefit yourself. So that work's going to benefit you regardless if it benefits nobody else. So you have to continue to keep putting in the work. You can't go to work tomorrow and say, I worked so hard in January of 2021 that I demand not to work this whole rest of this week. Or I worked so hard this year that this week's right here should not only be paid to me, I should be able to go home while everybody else works. Is that fair?
No, that's not fair when you put it that way.
Entitlement. Or because I'm a woman or because I'm a man, these things are supposed to be afforded to me just because. No, the reality of the fact of the matter is you have a due diligence to yourself. So you're only putting in the work to better yourself. The entitlement is you put in the work, you're entitled to reap the benefits that come with that work that you put in. That's where the entitlement comes in at. At the end of the week, that paycheck is your entitlement because you did the necessary work to get compensated.
So where do y'all think the entitlement comes into play? Because I feel like
because y'all got pussies.
that part.
Coochie.
Boy, we just hopping right onto the women. Okay.
That part.
Sorry if I offended somebody with what I just said, but at the end of the day, because women think, because they like I've seen and heard. So we watch. In order for us to do research, we listen to a lot of podcasts. I know I do. I podcast a lot. And I listen to a lot of different types of podcasts, spiritual podcasts, ratchet podcasts, all that, right? And I heard this one woman say, because she got a coochie, she's entitled.
Really? How come I didn't get that memo? I mean, does that make us entitled?
You just said
I didn't get that memo.
You just created some imaginary work.
I'm saying what I have built. But I never said it. That made me entitled. I wasn't speaking of that entitlement.
But what you've built is helping just you.
Right.
It ain't helping nobody else. It's helping just you.
Right.
So at what point is there entitlement that, all right, because you did this work that you're entitled to this? Right. You did that for yourself. Right. You had a responsibility to yourself to carry out what you did for yourself. There's no entitlement in that. It's called
listen. No, the entitlement begins where a woman may feel like, well, if he's interested, he should come to me first.
Mm-hmm.
If this is that way, he should take me out. If we're together, he should provide and take care of me. This is where the entitlement begins.
So, and I know that we've had these discussions before, and it's like, is it entitlement or is it, as KD would say, standards? Like, is this my standard? Like, if you're interested, you should reciprocate. If is that, where does the entitlement come in? That's what
the entitlement comes in, where you feel like I owe you this. So it's a line that needs to be drawn where I'm choosing to do this, or I owe you that. That's where the line is drawn at. Because I don't.
But I don't see it as an owe that you owe me. That it's just that if you are interested, you owe yourself to show that you're interested. You don't owe me, but you owe yourself to allow yourself to show the interest.
And that goes, and right. How many times does that always be the case? So we'll hear this, and this is what we were talking about. If you were interested, like I hear this so many times.
Right.
If a man is interested, he's going to do everything he can to show you.
Right.
That's a sense of entitlement, because yeah, a person is going to do, anybody going to do that, right?
Right.
If you're interested in something, you're going to go out and get what you're interested in getting, or work hard to get what you're interested in.
Hold on. No, I want to stay right there on your point. So where they feel like if we're interested, we should do X, Y, and Z to show that we're interested. But on their side of it, they just stand there like, I got the pussy.
But who do that though? Who really do that though? Who really do that though? No, it's a lot. It's a lot of people that do that.
Do you want the pussy or no? That's how they stand there.
Or it just be a lot of fluff, and oh well, if you were into me, you would do all these things,
right?
But on the grand scheme of things, they just sit back and wait for these things to happen instead of going out and doing those things themselves. We have an obligation to ourselves. If we want something, and we want something to be how we want it to be, we have an obligation to make sure that we are doing what we need to do to get it, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
If you want a certain path in life, you've mapped out a certain path in life, and you saying these are my goals, you have a responsibility to yourself and to your goals to go out there and put most the effort into it, right? You can't expect for somebody to give you your goals how you want them. That's not their goals. That's not their dream. That's not their reality. The reality of the matter is, if you want it, you got to go make sure you doing everything that you can to secure those things. And if that means doing what you got to do, then do what you got to do.
But isn't it a line between somebody's character and what you feel like somebody owes you?
Yeah.
What do you mean, T?
Because a lot of times women feel like if you're with me, you owe me this.
Yes.
I don't have that mindset.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's a crazy mindset.
That's not true. Ladies, that's not true. So many shows we heard.
Yes.
And I quote, if he's not doing this, I'm walking away. If he's not showing himself, I'm walking away. If he's not calling me, then I'm not calling him.
That's just normal things.
That's not normal.
So it's not normal to conversate. It's not normal to communicate.
No.
So why is one person held hostage?
Right. Everybody's communication is different. But when you throw it out there, like if you're interested in me, then you should do this. That's a point of you owe me this. That's what I'm trying to get to. That reflects you owe me this. If you want me, you owe me this. That's how it looks.
That's where it come across. Okay.
Right.
well, if I'm trying and I'm not and it's not being reciprocated, then I don't want to be bothered. That's how it should be placed. Not if you don't do this, then I don't, you know what I mean? Because that is placing the onus on the guy or the
Right.
individual to behave a certain way or to move a certain way. And if you don't, like, that's a form of entitlement. But I think a lot of the times the women are just basically saying, if it's not reciprocated, then I don't feel that it's wanted. And
Yeah,
that's not
that part.
entitlement.
That's what
That's not entitlement, though.
I want to stay on
That's
that because,
standards.
hold on, Katie. I want to stay on that because what Marilyn is saying is it not normal to show interest or who you or what you want. Just because you want somebody or you want something, I don't have to show you interest, and I can still want it. That is possible. Y'all know that this is possible, right?
And that is fine. But the person that you are interested in don't see that interest or feel that interest. They don't know you're interested.
All right, so how about this?
But hold on, now. Hold on, now. I want to stay right there.
I'm gonna stay right there with it too.
Why can't you know that I'm interested? Because I fucking just said I'm interested. Why I gotta do something? Why do I have to do something?
But how did you? Here we go. This is about to bust it open. How did you say you were interested?
I said I'm interested. I said I fuck with you. Whatever. However I vocabulary say it to you, I fucking said it. So you can't say that you don't know because I fucking told you. So why do I have to do something for you to believe it?
Right. So, okay. Stay right there. T. Let's say that you said that 6 months ago.
That don't.
And we've had 2 conversations. How am I supposed to know that you're still interested?
All right, so how about this?
Hold on, now. Let's stay there. Let's stay right there.
Let's stay right there. So in that 6 months, and we had 2 conversations. Let's say certain things transpired. Right. Let's say your attitude was nasty. Let's say you've been vindictive. Let's say you just been messy and ratchet. I have an opportunity to myself to dictate how and what I want in my life. Do I not?
You do.
So many times we talk about mental health and how making sure that our mental health is stable. If we are engaged in someone and they are triggering us or taking us to certain situations that is not benefiting us, we have every right to step back. We have every right to make sure that we're putting ourselves in the best possible situation. That does not necessarily mean I don't want you. It means I don't want to be around that triggering behavior because it's going to send me somewhere. So in order to get out of in order to find peace within myself, you might back off a little bit or say, I'm not dealing with this. And until you figure it out and get up out of that messy, dumb shit, then I'm not going to be a part of that. And that person has that right to. That don't mean that they're not interested. It means that they chose their sanity and happiness over that messiness. And how many times do y'all ladies do that?
Hold on now, because I want to stay right there. It's as simple as if I'm building a building, right? But I'm interested in you. But at the time I'm busy building this fucking building, does that mean that I'm not interested in you because I'm focused on building this fucking building? What the fuck are y'all talking about?
Right. But I feel like it's effective communication that is the key there. So if you're busy building the building and you're not, but you tell me I want you, right? You say I want you. And then you go back to building your building and you stacking the bricks and you laying the foundation and doing all of that. Well, you verbally saying, I want you. Where's the actions that are backing up that?
That's what I want to say.
In the midst,
that's what I want to say. I want to say right there, Ish. Why does it have to be actions? I already said it.
Okay, you already said it, but then where does it go from there? You say it, you speak it, and you put it out into the atmosphere, right? Most of the time when we do that, don't we back it up with an action? If I say I want to, do X, Y, and Z, well, I am going to make the motions and the actions to move forward and make it happen.
Hold on, I want to stay right there. Right, you can do that, but it's also an option where you don't. It's also an option where you don't do any actions. That don't mean that you're not interested. People talk about opening and building their own businesses all the time. So because they don't do it tomorrow, does that mean that they're not interested?
So let's talk about this right here.
No, but you put it
No,
on the
you're
back
right.
burner.
Let's talk about this right here. Make time for who and what you want. Yeah, you can make time for who you want and who what you want and who you want. But what about when you make the time and there's always drama? Right. Or it's always something negative, and you say to that person, yo, I'm not good at negativity. It does something to me. Are you not entitled to, are you not even entitled, are you not afforded that walk away or that step away or that just, I'm not dealing with this. So if you on that, then I'm cool. If you not on that, we can rock. And you know how you know when a person is on it? Because they call you with a lot of dumb shit, or they find ways to trigger you with an argument or nitpicking or just saying something that's going to trigger some negativity. And that's when you know.
And right there, Nell. Right there. That's the part of that person. And yeah, you walk away. That's a great thing because that's not for you. But your walk away is showing you're not interested in that person, regardless of why you're walking away.
That don't mean that walk away
yes,
means
it does. Regardless of why you're walking away,
somebody
you
whooping,
cannot tolerate how that person is, so you're rejecting that person.
No, man.
Okay, so every time you walked away, mean you wasn't interested, or did it mean you just chose your sanity and your values over that situation? You could be interested
you
in
were
a
not
person,
interested in that situation, so
you told
that
to stay?
situation make you walk away from that person.
So you told to stay?
No, you walk away. But when you walk away from that situation, yeah, you are walking away from that person because you're not having
hold on now. I got a question. So let me ask y'all ladies this. We have friends or we have family that we don't see all the time, that we don't talk to all the time. Does that mean we love them any fucking less? No, you don't always have to be stuck to the fucking hip to be interested in somebody. You could have other shit going on in your fucking life that you're currently doing. That does not mean that I'm not interested in you.
But it's the message that it relays to us.
That's what I'm saying, Katie. Get the fuck out of your own brain. Yes. Get the fuck out of your own brain with that entitlement shit because I don't owe you that. It's your choice.
But isn't it all about isn't it all about, just being cognizant of each other's feelings?
Right. It's your choice. It's your choice if you want to sit there and wait for me or not. It's definitely your choice. Yeah. But you can't tell me that I have to do something for you to say, yeah, you can't tell me I have to do something for me to have to be interested in you. Like that doesn't make any sense.
Or you can't have this sense of entitlement when somebody says, I'm not dealing with this right now. When you on that, I'm not dealing with that. Right. You should be, if they want to be with you enough, they should understand, damn, you know what? Maybe this is toxic for both of us. Maybe we need to fall back for a second and gather ourselves and fix what we got going on so we ain't as toxic or it ain't combustible. That's a mature way of thinking about it. It ain't just, oh, this person chose to walk away or told me that they're not dealing with this and they needed their space because they're not dealing with this. Then if you love them enough, don't you want to give them what they want? Right. Don't you want to be what they need instead of just being present because you're present, but it's a bunch of drama?
Yeah, but no, I agree with you there. But 9 times out of 10, most people are not sitting down having those tough conversations. They just shaking and moving and saying to themselves that they don't want to deal with any toxic behavior or toxic energy or whatever the case may be. And they're just distancing themselves, but they're not communicating to the other person on the other end that, hey, listen, I like you, I bang with you, I fuck with you, but I can't fuck with you.
What happened if you did that? What happened if you did that? What happened if you verbalized that to a person and said, yo, I'm telling you now, I don't do well with this. And me removing myself from the situation is letting you know that I am not dealing with that. What happens when those situations arise?
Yeah, 9 times
A
out
lot
of 10,
of
they're
times
not going to
people
be
are doing that.
receptive to it.
A lot of
Absolutely.
times people are doing that.
Right. And they're
But they
not going
don't
to be
want to listen.
receptive to it. Right.
They don't want to listen.
But you're going to lay it on their ears for them to know, because then eventually they're going to have to look nowhere else but within themselves.
But
Like, it might be difficult, it might be hard to receive, but they're going to know. It's the not knowing portion of it, aspect of it, not knowing which direction or what's going on, for an individual to then take it upon themselves to create narratives about what's really happening here. And then they're going to, instead of placing the blame on themselves, they're going to place it on you and say, oh, well, he's not interested. You see what I'm saying?
Is that reality?
Yeah.
Who really takes responsibility for their actions and their bullshit and says, I'm the fucking problem? They don't.
Right.
You know what they'll say? Oh, they weren't interested. Oh, he was playing games. Oh, he wasn't real. Oh, he wasn't this. No one takes responsibility. No, I would say a vast majority of people don't take responsibility and say, you know what? I caused that.
Right.
I'm a person that is taking responsibility to shit that I caused. I realize I fucked up in a lot of different areas, and I'm taking responsibility for that. I gotta live with those. I gotta live with those truths. I gotta live with those losses. I gotta live with that. You know what you do? You figure it out and you make yourself better. You apologize to those that need to be the apology, but you let your behavior be the telltale sign of you being moving on from that and being better.
Look,
instead of thinking that you're entitled because somebody owes you something. Nobody don't owe you shit just because.
All right. I want to place a different scenario to y'all. So, like, even like when you're with your children or whatever, like, you're not entitled to give your kids your last, but you do it if that's a part of your character. But you don't owe them that. And that's the same thing that I'm trying to get across to y'all, is that nobody owes you to do any of these things. They're choosing to do it. So it's their character. It's not, you can't lean on that entitlement that that's what they should do. That's what they have to do. They don't have to do none of that shit. They don't owe you that.
You're right.
All we trying to get across is this, regardless if it's relationships, partnerships, spirituality, mental, whatever it is, no one owes you anything. There's no, and like the entitlement that we are expecting from other people should come from within. You can't be, there's no sense of entitlement. The only person that you can feel entitled to is yourself. Because no one owes you anything, but you owe it all to yourself. And the harsh reality of it is just that. Is you have no reins over nobody to expect for them to do what you want them to do if you're not reciprocating those actions as well.
Right.
It's just not a common denominator. 1 + 1 ain't ever going to equal 3. Never. Ever. 1 + 1 will equal 2. And that's when you start putting your 2 feet forward and making it work. That's what we be trying to get to. We got to stop all this. Well, it goes both ways. Yeah, we all know it goes both ways. We all know that. But when does it ever go both ways? Because when we start to let down the mental conundrums that we are in, and we start to let down these entitlements, these entitlement properties, and we start to let down these selfish thoughts, and we start to just live with the understanding that I'm gonna be a sponge and I'm gonna absorb everything of my partner or everything of my friend, then we realize, all right, cool. I understand the role that I play, and let me play it to the best of my abilities. But no, we sit up in this world thinking, if somebody don't do this for me, I ain't doing that. Or if somebody don't give me this, I can't give them that. Right? We in a holiday season right now, right? It's supposed to be festive and jolly. But if the person don't give you a Christmas gift, you ain't damn sure gonna get one back from certain people. Or if you're not matching their energy with that, they not going. It just be bullshit.
But
At the end of the day, it's like, why paint this facade that you doing all this if that's not really you? Stop. You can be normal. And normal is just being yourself. You don't gotta paint this picture to the world that you got everything. You got it all. Everything is together in your life. Everything is right. No, it ain't. Nobody's fucking life is perfect or together in every sense of the imagination. Yeah, some people got some shit together a lot better than others. But goddamn, this entitlement is killing us. It's killing our beings. It's killing us, not even just our relationship, it's killing us. Because we put ourselves in these entitled roles and we lose sight of reality. And we miss blessings. We force blessings on down because we so entitled that we think we supposed to get that instead of working.
So question. What is reality for you guys?
Get it.
Versus entitlement. What is reality? What does reality look like?
Reality to me is, taking a person for what they present to me. It's like not placing expectations on you. I don't feel like you have to do these things. Either you're going to do it or you're not. That's my reality.
My reality looks like if I want it, I'm gonna get it by any means necessary. If I put this as a goal of mine, there's nothing or no one that will stop me from getting it. And I'm going to get it based upon my morals. My morals. So if I say I want love, my morals tell me I'm not going to settle. I'm not just going to get along to go along just because you cute.
Morals. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Some women have those standards, those morals, where they feel like it's chasing a man if they have to continue to be the pursuer.
What is so wrong with y'all chasing a man? That's all I want to fucking know. Who the fuck said this was the fucking abominable?
Who gave you again? Where's the entitlement that you don't have to put no work in to get what you want? That's what I'm.
It's not that you don't put the work in, but it's just that you don't want to. If you have to chase, then it gives you the feeling that you're not really wanted.
All right, so let's ask you a question. Hold up. This question right here is so pertinent. Y'all know how y'all say all the time, it goes both ways, right?
Yes.
So if it goes both ways, why does a man only have to chase? Why is it not going both ways?
Right.
So stop it with it goes both ways if you don't really feel that way. That's what we be saying. If you don't feel a certain way and you left-winged with a woman don't gotta chase. I ain't gotta chase a man. Then don't say it goes both ways. Say it goes my way.
Yes.
And my way means I am never going to put out the way I want the band to put out. So when you say it goes both ways, it doesn't in reality. Don't use those terms. That's what dilutes the situation. We use terms. Y'all use terms so much. Oh, it goes both ways. No, it ain't. Because you just said you don't chase. You don't have to chase, but you expect your mate to chase you.
No, I don't expect anyone to chase me. No, I do not.
But you expect your person to reciprocate all these emotions.
I expect us to come together, but I don't expect anyone to chase me. And I'm not about to chase it.
Is that not chase? Yes, coming together and figuring it out is a cat and mouse game.
Right.
However you want to use the words. Y'all use words to when we say what y'all use words. When we talked about this Thursday night, words are being used to strengthen certain arguments. But when we lay out those words, then it gets dicey. Oh no, I didn't mean that. I didn't say that. I'm not saying it like that. Yes, you are. Like if you want to stand on something, stand on it. Well, if you feel like that you want somebody to chase you and you not going to chase
together,
then we're chasing each other, KD. It's the same
thing. Well then
it should be easy and it should be fun.
That's right.
Right, but you just said you're not going to chase nobody.
A game is always more fun when you play together.
KD, you just said you're not going to chase anybody though.
Well, I mean, if he's making it worth my time, if he's showing interest and I need to
That's
call
what I'm
him,
saying,
then
Katie.
yes, I will.
Then choose your words differently. Don't say I'm not going to chase anybody then. Don't say that.
Okay, well, I would chase my pursuer. How about that?
Right.
But I'm not chasing anyone who doesn't show interest. I'll put it that way.
That doesn't make sense. If a person don't show interest, how would you know they're interested? It's not real. That's why I said y'all put
I'm not
yourself in
chasing
these
because they're not
y'all
showing
put
interest.
yourself in these positions of, oh, I'm so strong. I gotta show my strength by saying a bunch of words that don't make sense.
No, hold on, no, Katie. What is so wrong with if you like a guy and he's not showing you interest, but you want him, you chasing him? Why is that wrong?
It is not
but to
wrong for
what
those that
extent
want
did
to
that
do
go?
that. It is not wrong. It's nothing,
It goes to
absolutely
whatever
nothing
extent
wrong
you wanted
with
to
it.
go to. You're in control of it. You're the one that's making moves.
So let's just say this. I'm interested in the guy, right? I'm going to, reach out to him first. Good morning, this, that, and the third. And then you get a good morning, and then you don't get nothing else. And then you go and you say, well, hey, how's your day? What's going on? What's up with you? Oh, nothing. Like, I get it. I get what you guys are saying. But to what point does it just become a redundant behavior and it's not reciprocated?
Hold on.
That not everyday life for a man.
That's what I was about to say. That's every fucking day life for a man.
But well, then y'all dealing with the wrong shit.
You didn't know each other, and if me and you didn't know each other, and I jumped in your DM and said, "Good morning, how are you?" You may gave me a good morning, and you know what I mean, whatever. We ain't speak for 2 days, and I said, "Yo, just by the way, I'm interested in getting to know you." You know what I mean, whatever that may look like.
And you not responding.
You don't respond, and I come back 2 days or 3 days from now. Yo, you know what I mean. You may have not got the text, but I want to, you and I, whatever the case may be. Is that not the same damn thing?
Yes.
Right. And to what extent, and that's my point. And to what extent do you guys not indulge in it?
It's yours. It's yours.
If you like the person and you
So but then what's wrong with saying if a guy's not interested, I'm not interested either? Because then that's the threshold that I've reached, that I'm saying I don't want to be interested anymore.
When a guy is interested in you, does he ever say, yo, she's not responding, I'ma just fucking chill?
Fuck no.
Fuck no. What are we talking about?
Fuck no. That actually make them go harder.
Yes.
Honestly, men are of a different breed and of a different caliber.
So there's no problems with that.
Y'all interested in something, y'all go get it. But y'all can't be interested in a man and go get a man that y'all want.
Right.
That don't make sense. Y'all interested in a bag that gives y'all nothing but fashion and gives y'all nothing but a deficit in your account because you spent money on this bag, but you'll go after that hard. But a potential mate, you can't show no interest in it just because you're a woman, right? And the man's supposed to be the pursuer. I just don't be understanding certain lingos. That's why I said, if you gonna be one way, just be one way. Don't say it goes both ways, or I'm in this 50-50, or I'm in this 100%, but not really be in it 100%.
Right.
Because being in it 100% means you gonna do what you gotta do to get what you gonna get. Right. Regardless of if somebody else is giving it to you or not. Right. And if you say I'm a half-ass type person, then I take you at face value. All right, at least I know Shorty was like, yo, I'm half-ass. I'm gonna do shit at a half-ass standard. So it is what it is. That's up to me to fucking be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna handle it. I'm not gonna handle it. Right. But stop being politically correct. Being correct all the time ain't correct. If you got challenges, say I'm fucked up. If you crazy, say I'm crazy now. And if I want to deal with it, I'm gonna fucking deal with it. You might got a turkey back there that might make me want to deal with the crazy. Facts. And at the end of the day, I might fall in love with that shit. That shit might be what I need. You never know. But at the end of the day, we gotta even the playing field. Because we like the playing field, the reason why I say even the playing field is because we both benefit from this shit. Right. When shit right. when it's right, it's right. Like when you right for each other and y'all doing the right shit and y'all somewhat matching each other's energies or whatever KD like to do with the energies.
Hold on,
That shit is
hold on, Nell, because
a beautiful union.
Hold on, Nell, because I want to speak on what Marilyn is saying in the chat. She said that after a few calls and texts, I'm not pursuing it. Imagine if guys did that. Yeah. Nobody would fucking be together in this whole fucking world. If we did that shit that y'all talking about, there would be no couples in the world. Right.
What happened if y'all getting your feelings and y'all want us to pursue that, right? Y'all want your mate to dig into that a little bit. Y'all want that. Y'all do that shit a lot. Or enough.
Yeah, I admit
the attitude and y'all want your man to follow up with the babies, what's wrong?
Well, we want y'all to show
just
that.
Imagine
that
if we didn't put that energy.
Because we're in our feelings. Yeah, we do want to be baby a little bit. What's wrong with that?
It's entitlement.
Yes, that's entitlement, KD.
Because y'all don't give us the opportunity to feel that either. If your man and his feelings, are you doing everything you can to get that nigga out his feelings?
Yeah, we do sometimes. I think we do. I think we do.
I mean, you know, he gotta want to allow you to.
Oh, come on.
To do that.
Come on.
I mean, now listen. Now listen. No.
He gotta allow you?
Hear me out. No, hear me out. Hear me out.
Some people just as
women.
Don't put your cowboy shit on, Ish. Don't put your cowboy shit on, Ish. I was giving you the show. Now you're not my friend.
I got you. As soon as I get the cowboy shit, I'm gonna pay homage. I'm with all due respect. But no, seriously though, just like y'all speaking of women coming from a certain way and a certain perspective, there are men that come from the same way and the same perspective. You know, there are walls, there are, you know, stipulations, there is entitlement from men too. So that's all I'm saying is that, you know, some women are open and receptive to certain things that men aren't allowing.
Ish, I believe that, and you are right. There is entitlement on both sides of it, but you'll never see a man stand there and say, I got the dick. I got the dick.
Nigga, what? I've heard it.
Some of them
times over the years.
Some of them will.
Stop it. Stop it. Guys say that. Guys say that too. Guys say that too. I'm rocking that right. That's why you in line.
No, I'm talking. No. That's
demon dick.
Yeah, that's the thing afterwards. That's the thing afterwards when we put it on you. I'm talking about before. I'm talking about when you first meet me. Can I say, yo, I need you to do X, Y, and Z because I got the dick? Can I do that? Yeah. Fuck no. That is crazy, man. What was Marilyn's question though?
now my eyes are just as big.
What happened?
Lady B said dark-skinned women never felt entitled. We just getting our shine.
Oh, you don't know Kenya, do you?
Oh wow.
That's her name on Atlanta Housewife, Kenya.
Kenya Moore? Yeah. I don't know about that one right there, Lady B. Because I know some dark-skinned women that definitely feel entitled.
Here's my question right here. And it goes, if the interest is not mutual and the guy keeps calling and texting and I'm giving him no replies at all, when are you going to stop calling and texting me?
When he feels like it.
That's cool. Just it is what it is. But we talking about
No. Let's stay right there for a second.
Let's stay right there.
She said when is he going to stop or whatever? If he's not getting replied back, he's not. If he's still interested in you, that's what I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all act like once you're interested in somebody, if they don't say hi to you back that same day, oh, I'm a woman, I don't have to chase this nigga. No. Who are you?
That's the guy that's interested, Marilyn. That's when you know they're interested.
Right. So when you're interested, why can't you do that too? That's the question, Katie. If you're interested, why can't you do that too, Katie? Why not?
I guess I haven't seen quite that much interest. I mean,
Exactly.
because
You
I'm not
obviously
gonna
wasn't
chase
that
some.
damn
I'm not
interested.
chasing somebody that don't.
I,
I'm not gonna be a bother.
I
I'm
can
not gonna be a bother to anybody.
I cannot.
I'm not.
So
If
Katie,
if
so
I
Katie,
feel like I'm a bother to you, my ass is
Mhm.
ghost.
Mhm.
Katie, what if you like somebody but they don't see you at the moment?
I will have to love from afar.
I cannot. That's what I'm talking about.
I can love
Y'all
from
just don't.
afar.
Y'all are y'all afraid of challenges or what the fuck is happening here? Like
No, I just
everything is not going to be a cakewalk. Sometimes you got to put in some work for some shit.
I
What
put
are
in
we
a little
talking
work.
about? Then why can't you put
I
in
put
some
in
work
a
for a
little work,
man?
but
She
I'm
loves
not
the
gonna
So,
day.
so
work
why
myself
can't you
to the
put in some
bones.
work for a man then? Why can't you put in some work for the man then,
I
Katie?
do. I put in a little bit, but
A little
if
bit.
that interest is
Look at
not
now.
showing, my work is not going in vain.
I'll put in a work for. I swear, boy.
I'll put in a
I
little work,
can't.
I
but
fucking
I
take.
got to see that interest. I got to know that my work is not in vain.
All right,
I'm a,
so well, let's say the person showing you interest, right? They doing the necessary things to show you interest, but you so stuck behind your wall that you don't see it, and you confuse their interest for whatever it is that your narrative wants to control. Has that never been the case?
No, because if I don't see the interest, I don't see the interest. You got to make me. If you're showing an interest in me and I don't see it, then we need to have a talk because it's not coming across.
wait a second, Katie, because you damn sure didn't see the interest when JC was showing it, and we was telling you that whole fucking time. So
JC,
cut it
oh
out.
my God, Jesus,
So
have
cut
mercy.
it
Now,
out.
disclaimer,
So cut it out.
disclaimer, no interest,
So
disclaimer.
cut it out. There was definitely interest there, and you didn't see none of it. So cut it out. You want somebody to do a backflip and say, and hand you the roses and say, "Here, Katie, I'm interested."
And
That's what
what's
you
wrong
want.
with that?
Nothing is wrong with that. I'm saying that everybody don't have to do that, and that don't mean that they're not interested. That's what I'm saying.
Mhm.
That don't mean that the person who didn't do that, that don't mean that he's not interested. That just mean that he might move differently. That's all.
And that's true. I'm learning that.
Right.
That's true. That is so true. I
So,
am learning that.
damn, I gotta open up, ladies.
Mm-mm-mm. Now I see you over there.
See me?
She loves the day.
You see me?
No,
I
let's be
see you.
let's,
I see you.
that's how we showing up to New Year's now. That's how we showing up on New Year's. Like if you want to say hi to me or Nell, y'all gotta in the comments say we got the D, so y'all gotta show us some interest. In the chat, I need all of y'all to show us a fucking interest because we got the D.
Cause y'all got the day.
Fuck are y'all talking about?
So that's what
Oh my
we'll
God.
argue this point all night long. Entitlement versus reality. We're just saying sometimes check your egos at the door.
All right.
We go into these partnerships, relationships, anything with egos, and you got to ask yourself: is this ego helping or hurting? Am I missing my blessing or am I receiving? And is the things that I'm asking for, praying for, and putting into the universe, am I accepting of it, or am I just saying it just to say it because it sounds good or it looks good? Got to ask yourself these questions, and when you ask yourself these questions, be prepared for the tough answers.
Right.
It's not always going to come out in your favor, and when it doesn't, that's when you have to do work to better yourself and better your outcome, because it only is going to make your opportunities that much more better and worthwhile. So that's our segment right there on entitlement versus reality, and we're gonna have a couple of more of these, just because it's so relevant
Right.
in our daily lives, right? So we gonna get again like this topic is just going to ever be ever flowing, and this comes from one of our many Uncensored Minds all stars. I call them all stars because y'all all stars to us. Y'all awesome. And this question right here is no romance without finance. And I think this comes from the lovely, the beautiful, the amazing Helen Weaver.
Yeah, I think it is.
Right? She posted this
I think
question
it was.
in the chat that we put up there weeks ago with some topics that you would like to discuss. And every week we do an audience member's question. And Helen put no romance without finance. And you know who I would like to help kick this off? Or right, which one ever it is, my right.
Yeah.
KD.
Okay, so no romance without the finance. I don't agree with that because you can have romance without the finance. It just takes the interest, showing the interest. When you don't have the finances, then that's your time to get creative and show your romantic side. Because one thing about it, you can help them grow. More than likely, they're on their way to growing financially, which is the only reason that they need the finance. So yeah, you can have the romance. Yes, Nell, you can have the romance without. You can have the romance without the finance for a little while. Now I ain't gonna say that's
Bullshit.
gonna damn fly
Let
always
that
for a
nigga not
little
have no
while.
job. Let
I
that nigga
roll
not
with
have no
that
That
job.
shit
nigga
for a
not had no
minute.
job.
Let that nigga not
I roll with that
job,
shit for
and
a
you going
minute,
to work
but
every
it ain't gonna
goddamn
be
day.
too
You
many
ain't
damn
that nigga
miles on
old
that.
cooch. He ain't
But
getting
I
no
will roll
loving.
with it for a minute.
So
Nah,
KD,
you
he
get
come
no
to you with no
cooch.
job.
I roll with it a few miles, but I ain't going out of town with it. But
Right.
I drive with it a few miles. Yeah, but I got to see that you're trying.
What's
You
your
know,
value?
I've got to see the potential in it. You know, I'm not gonna have crackhead Larry on my couch every day while I'm going out to work, and he's not trying to do absolutely anything to bring in finances. But then if I got, like a fine man there who's trying. I get home every day. He's been pounding the pavement and trying to get his finances straight. Well, yeah, we can have some romance without the finance. So I'll roll a little bit with you.
Ish, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of agree with KD in that sense. Ideally, of course, we always want to have a significant other who is financially stable and able to, hold his own financially. But most of the time, there are real life situations and real life instances where that's just not always the case. So it just all depends on, the motivation of the individual, and if they are motivated to get at, um, you know, to get at opportunities to make more money, and his drive and his ambition and determination. You know what I mean? So of course there can be romance without finance. It's just all a matter on how the movement is happening. It can't just be stagnant. You can't just be chilling and not doing nothing, or not have any ambitions or goals. But we don't need everything in order to love. No, and I'm serious. I rocks like that now. I get
Hey,
it.
look at
I
them.
get it. Because a lot of people don't. A lot of people don't. They want, a man who's financially able to take care of them and provide and hold. That is typical, ideally. So I get it, but that not me.
You want to go now?
I love it. I don't care, man. Finance without romance, typically being a breadwinner, um, always being this successful person that I've always been. I've always um, probably made more than my mate. So I don't care about none of that. Um, and typically that's not the plight of a man,
That's what
right?
I want. That's what I want to say now. Because as men, if we're talking to our friends or if we meet a woman, that's not one of the first questions that we think of. Like,
Yeah.
what do you do? What is your job? But when girls are talking to their friends and they're introducing the idea of a guy, maybe the first or second question is, what does he do?
Yeah, I don't have a problem with her financial status. Um, I do have somewhat of a problem with of a person that's unmotivated. That's where my romance would no romance would come in for me. The lack of like not even spontaneity, but the lack of wanting to do something for yourself. It doesn't always have to reciprocate in financial gain, but it has to do with something on a positive scale. You have to be able to be moving in a positive direction, because it's only going to hinder our progress, right? Just think, if I'm working to provide a future for us, and you're negatively impacting that by, well, you're never home and you're never here, you never have time for this. You got to understand that I'm trying to hold down the household. So the negativity that comes from that is only going to make me lessen what I'm trying to do over here financially to provide a little bit more here, which can cause some type of rift. And again, we as men have so much of a burden on us to be providers, protectors, lovers, and also sources of recreation and fun in our relationship. So there's this conundrum of we've been taught to be successful. Go out there and be as successful as you possibly can. Get it, because you got to. Especially in our culture, our Black culture, we were reinforced that you got to go to school, you got to get a good job, you got to be able to take care of home, because you never know what that could look like if something happens to you, right? And depending on what type of job you're in, you may be forced to work a little harder than the average person understands, right? Because some people understand you got to work, but I don't think they understand certain jobs and certain requirements that are required for you to be the successful person that you are. Right. But then too, on the flip side, we still got a responsibility of being everything that we need to be for our partner. So when it comes to no romance without finance, it typically is not the uniform that a man wears, because he already knows that the finances are a burden of his.
All right, now, so Marilyn is basically saying that she don't need his money, but he can't be broke either. So is that still no romance without finance? Ain't
Like
that still the same thing?
yeah, absolutely. Like, put that back up. She said, I never dealt with a man because of what I think he can do for me. It's always based on how he makes me feel. In a sense, it sounds good.
Right, but it's not the same shit.
You had a nigga that was a no good nigga, couldn't do nothing for you, but just lay up and screw, and couldn't offer you nothing as far as even a cheeseburger or some French fries. You not staying in that.
Right. Yeah, that's lazy Larry on the couch.
Let's call a spade a spade. Yes, you may have not got with a man based upon his financial status, but goddamn, you sure want that man to have something going on for himself, because you just don't want. You just don't want to not be in that situation, right?
Yeah.
Like, it sounds
unless
good,
he's in between jobs.
Huh?
Unless he is in between jobs and you're rolling with him.
How long you gonna let that man be in between jobs? 6
well,
years?
Like I said, now it's only a few miles. I ain't going that many miles with him. I ain't gonna lie about mine.
But how about that?
Round the block.
Said only a few miles.
First, and you went many moons without a job because you were in between jobs. How would that then?
So what if your dude said, "All right, now, Katie, you gotta get the fuck out, cause
I'm gone. Look, cause I'm not gonna be a burden on you. Bye. I'm gone, because I don't want you to be a burden on me, and I'm not about to be a burden on you. Bye.
Right.
So if that man said you gotta go, you gonna go?
Bye.
Without a fight?
Bye.
I don't believe it.
Well, I mean, how can you fight?
Real.
How can you fight though?
Not real. Because how many
days not going nowhere?
That's crazy.
They be sitting right there, like, nah.
Yeah,
I will go, because again, I don't want to be somewhere I don't feel wanted.
But that's what I'm saying, Katie. As a man, men do not look at women in that sense. We're not going to look at you and say, well, damn, she ain't even working, so she not even contributing. No, if I fuck with you, I fuck with you.
And I'm gonna, like I said, I'll spin the block with him a while. but I got to see somewhere where you're trying.
Mhm.
So if that, all right. So let's say the try is the t-shirt business that I'm running a little t-shirt business. I'm making maybe $15 a month, but I'm trying.
Effort.
It's effort,
Effort.
and I will see
Effort.
where I can get in there and help and grow that $15 a month to 1,500 a month.
Mhm.
Hey T,
What's up?
you tired of work? Cause this
What you
shit
say?
sounds good. I'm ready to start my
That's what I'm saying.
t-shirt
It
business.
always sounds good.
Listen.
I'm ready to start my $15 t-shirt business.
Right. It always sounds good when you're not in it.
Yeah.
But it looks different when you get into it.
Yeah. It do. Yeah, it do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
do.
would agree with that. I would agree with that, but I think, women that can actually hold their own really take that stance because they actually don't look to a man to be able to provide anything. They actually look to the man because they really care about them and all of that stuff. They're not looking for that.
Right.
So
But
that gives a space for him to be able to not
but
be the top provider.
at some point, don't women look at men with a little less respect when they're in that position?
Not, I mean,
They
I would say
shouldn't.
that they shouldn't. I'm
But
not
they
saying
do.
that it doesn't happen, but I would say that, a person an individual who is strong enough to stand in her own will never belittle a man no matter what he can or can't do.
Did you hear that word that she just used now? She said a woman never belittles a man. what
She
block?
said should never. She
What?
I
said
said
should
What?
should
never.
know. Yeah,
Right.
but that's what I'm saying. I know that it happens, and I
Right.
know that it is more likely than not a woman is going to really go at a man's neck for what he can and can't do. But a woman of true character would never do that because
Y'all
it's
lost,
just
man.
not. Go
Nell
ahead, Nell. I
died.
know.
Y'all
No,
lost,
Nell
man.
did not die. I mean, I'm just saying, you
Come
got
Y'all
one
back to
lost,
person
life,
man.
sitting right
Nell.
here. You got me. I'm a living, moving billboard for an individual who don't behave like that. So, I mean, I can speak for and attest for the women that don't behave or do anything like that because it's not a measure of a man for what he necessarily has in his pocket. So therefore, I'm not going to belittle him just because he might not be able to buy me a cheeseburger. I'm going to buy him a cheeseburger. It's all about how mentally, and two, it's all about what he wants to do. If
Right.
Yeah.
he got money and he don't want to give you X, Y, and Z because of X, Y, and Z, you know what I mean? That shows you oh so much. A man don't even have to say nothing out of his mouth. His actions is going to speak for himself, and then you're going to know how to move accordingly. A woman anyway that is able and capable of taking care of herself, so she's never going to belittle him, even in seeing that.
I want to stay right there, Ish, because I want to ask you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, out of 10 females that you know, how many of these females are going to say to you, "This broke ass nigga"? he ain't doing a damn thing. So just because you're not belittling me to my face, you're
Mm-hmm.
still belittling me. So
Mm-hmm.
out of these 10 women, how many are saying
Look
it?
at Nell face.
I want to know how many women are saying these of the women that you know.
I'm gonna say maybe at least half.
That's it.
Yeah, and because I mean a lot of I don't have a lot of friends, so I mean the ones that I am hanging around, we're kind of like minded, so we
Nell's
behave
still
and
going
move a
in and
certain
out of
way.
conscience. Nell's going in and out of conscience.
Yes, now wake that ass up. We do exist. We do
Nah,
fucking exist.
nah. You know what is funny to me, and it just gets me to chuckling. Marilyn's comment says, "And a woman who takes care of herself refuses to settle for less than what she wants and deserves. That's what it's supposed to be.
Right.
You're supposed to take care of yourself. You are your own entity every day of your life. Another person's presence is added benefit. It's a
Mm-hmm.
plus. But
That's true.
when we get on this high horse stuff, I take care of myself. You are supposed to. At the moment you consider yourself an adult is the moment you are entitled to take care of yourself, and nobody else is entitled to do that. So when we get on this high horse of, oh, I do for my, I take care of myself. You're supposed to, because nobody else at this point and juncture of your life is going to. Now, if you decide to marry and that person compliments you and helps to take care of you or helps facilitate a lifestyle that you want and you are cool with living, congratulations.
But no, hold on, no, let's stay right
That
there.
doesn't make you weak or
Hold
strong.
on, no, let's stay right there. So Marilyn, so what if you come across somebody that is less than you, but he checks all your other boxes? Is he still less? Like, is he acceptable or no? Because she said, I'm not going to settle for less. But if he does other things, is that still settling for less? Ladies, do y'all have any responses?
I don't think it's settling for less. If he can check all the other boxes, because I feel like those are the most important qualities that you're going to look for in an individual. The money can come. You guys can build a foundation to where the money is flowing, and then he's going to have every single box. So no, I don't feel like that's settling for less.
All right, so you live at home with your mom. You and your mom got a crib, or you and your dad got a place. He still live in his mother's basement or his cousin's basement. Got two doors to open yourselves. Are you still checking off boxes just because he's communicative and attentive and all this, or are you saying, brother, you got to do something?
Right.
Are you like, you got to do something? Like, I'm here, you there, and we can't put it together so we can come here. Are you having those kind of conversations saying you got to figure it out? But he could be the
most. If you get to that point, if you get to that level of a relationship, then I would think that type of conversation would come. It will come with me if I got that serious with someone.
And what conversation is that? You got to get your own?
It would be like, we've got to work together. You know, I've got to see something because I'm going to be working on me. That's a given. I know what I'm going to be doing, working like crazy to try to work on me and to try to get me to where I need to be. Because you should not be dependent on others.
I'm confused with that though. So if you are living at home and you've been living at home all this time, how can you give somebody else an ultimatum if you haven't done it for yourself, your own?
No, because I said I'm gonna be in the process of trying to get out of there.
You've been in the process for doing it for 62 years.
Well,
or 50
yes.
or 40,
if it's been that long, then
now
adult. If it's been that long, the likelihood of that happening is, I guess y'all just gonna be. You gonna be in your mama's basement. I'm gonna be in my mama's basement, and we just gonna meet in somebody's basement.
You know what I did like though? Sometimes when we say things, it's not to say you're wrong. Nobody's comment is wrong. That's their comment, right? It's more or less to challenge you to see how you standing on it.
Right.
So when you hear us coming at you, it's not a come at. It's are you firm on that stance? Because at the end of the day, that's something that you got to live with. Not me, not them, you. So if you say, at some point, we got to have this tough conversation to come at each other, nobody should be able to persuade you by a secondary question. It's like, all right, cool. Like if somebody asks me, Nell, what's going on? I'm going to tell you what is going on. And then somebody say, well, I think you should look at it this way. I can look at it that way. But at this moment, I'm still got this plan in place and I stand on that. So a lot of the times people confuse our questions that we ask or our rebuttals as we don't believe or we disagree. No, it's just more or less to challenge your very fibers to see if you truly believe in that yourself.
We got one of our people want to chime in on this.
Who the fuck is that?
Marilyn, what's up? Hey, Marilyn.
It's not Eagle Week. Turn the lights
on. What's up, Marilyn?
What's up, Rico Love? Turn the lights on, Rico Love. What's the word?
No, listen, because I got a lot to say on that comment that I had, right?
Speak your piece then, Marilyn.
No,
Speak it, girl. Speak.
y'all misunderstood that when I said a woman who takes care of herself refuses to settle for less than what she wants and deserves. What I mean by that is I'm not boasting and gloating at the fact that I take care of myself. I've always, that's my job, like you said, Darnell. That's my responsibility, is to take care of myself. What I meant by that comment is you got a lot of women out here that deal with these men because of what they can do for them. And then these men is bringing all types of bullshit in the relationship, but they're putting up with that shit just because they want what this man is doing for them. I'm not one of them. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
I take care of myself, so I don't need you doing shit for me. So if you think because you make more money for than me, and you can do this and you can do that, that you're gonna bring the bullshit with that, then you can take your money and kick rocks. That's
Hold
But why? All right, that's cool.
Hold on now. Marilyn, I want to just ask you this one specific question.
What?
All right, I agree with you on what you're saying, but I want to ask you: men have been doing this for fucking eons, just taking care of women that ain't doing shit but fucking them.
Right.
So how does that look? That's cool.
Not to me. I mean, who? No, I would. That's not me. That's not who I am. That's not who I've never been that person. You know what I mean? Because like I said in the earlier comment, I deal with men not because I take care of myself. Like I said, and I'm that bitch that you can take out to dinner and I'll pay for the bill. I can do that. You understand what I'm saying? And I will do that. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to deal. You just threw me off track. What was your question?
your track wasn't real. It's just like them Eagles the other night. It wasn't on track.
I got a lucky
just
one.
like them Eagles the other night.
Get out my face. Y'all got a lucky one.
Marilyn, my question was that women have stood on that side of the fence since the beginning of time. So now that y'all are independent, y'all feel like, nah, we don't have to take that though.
So, all right, let me ask you something. Is that the type of woman you want? A woman to depend on you to do everything?
No, I want a woman that I like. I don't care about all that other shit. I need a woman that I like.
Right, so times have changed. I hear what you're saying. That's exactly how it was back in the day. Right. You know, the man was the breadwinner. He the one that went out to work every day.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. I'm not weighing it on who's the bread. I'm not weighing it on these circumstances. What I'm saying is I want somebody that I like.
Right. Okay. Me too. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? I want somebody that I like, that I want to be with, that I have fun when I'm with. Right. I don't want nobody that, okay, I can't pay my electric bill this month. Can you pay it for me? I don't need that type of person. You understand what I'm saying? But when I constantly say I ain't fucking with no broke neither, that's because I'm not gonna be the only one that's footing the bill every time we want to go out and have a good time. We can split that shit 50-50, but you ain't gonna always look to me to pay for you to have a good time. I'm not doing it.
But what if he's not footing the bill, but he's changing your tires and shit? He's doing other shit.
No, you got to be bringing some type of money.
Look at that shit. No, that's not a fucking
contradicting yourself. So now you
contradicting yourself. If he not bringing no money, if he gonna be able to.
So no. So all right, again, what we saying is stop saying you don't want a man who's got money going shit for himself. You really do, right? Because you can't say you don't want a man that can't foot the bill, but he can't foot the bill. You stop saying that.
Listen,
just say you want a man that's going to do what you need him to do.
Right, you spinning.
Yeah.
Right.
Y'all just said y'all don't want no broke females, right?
I never said that.
Yes, we never said
a lot of broke
females. They just said that they want somebody that they like, whether she got it or she don't.
I don't care.
Listen, let me say this before I lose it again. T, you said something about if the man is changing the tires on the car and doing everything else around the house. That's fine. Okay, yeah, that's fine and dandy too. But if I'm the only one that's going to work and bringing home a check, that means that I got to clothe him when he needs some fucking sneakers and boots and shit. I got to buy them for him and me, clothe his ass too. I'm not doing all.
Maryland, that's what you
That's a
gotta
lot.
do. We've been
Yeah,
doing
I'm
that.
not doing all that.
Maryland, have men been doing that since the beginning of time?
Listen, I raised my son. My son,
No, stop it.
I'm not raising a grown ass man. I'm not doing it because I feel as though I'm raising you. If I got to buy your clothes, buy your
Maryland,
if I got to pay for all that shit, I'm raising you.
Hold on. So have we been raising y'all since the beginning of time?
No.
Not all of them. Not all of them.
Look at Nell.
Contradictories.
Look at Nell. I'm
Fucking
done.
Let me put my blanket on and get comfortable because this is a show.
This is
fucking.
I cannot stand you.
Crazy.
You let me hold that. Let me hold that.
Donnell, seriously though, you saw my Eagles blanket and you went and got a Dallas one. That's how you.
Now let me borrow that. Now let me borrow that.
Marilyn said she is not raising no niggas. No.
I know.
No, the next time, listen, the next time a female wants you to take her out or whatever, say, I am not raising none of you bitches. And say it just like that. Say, I am not raising none of you bitches.
Y'all crazy. All right, y'all can continue with your show. That was too much for me to talk.
Thank you, Marilyn.
All right, Marilyn.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Thank you,
and
Marilyn.
I'm with you on that one too.
All right,
Marilyn, hold up. Marilyn.
What?
Who won Saturday?
Y'all won.
Thank you. Goodbye. Thank you for coming on. I still don't believe it. Y'all want niggas that got something going on. Stop saying y'all don't. Stop. We get that y'all strong. We get that y'all independent. We get that y'all got a lot going on. But still, y'all don't want no nothing ass man. And it's okay to say that. Right. No one is going to look at you different. Nobody's going to look at you wrong. If you say you want something that somebody that got something going on with themselves, somebody that's going to be there to look out, then just say that.
Well, that was Marilyn just said. They gotta be bringing something.
No, she did. She said they don't have to have money, but then they gotta have money. Right. So what do you want?
He was flip flopping.
I guess she means they don't have to be rich.
Who the fuck is Richard?
Yes.
And I said that I would ride around the block with him a little while.
That's what y'all get for like a Lil Romeo and Bow Wow. That's what y'all get.
You know what?
Go get with Bow Wow and Romeo. Maybe they'll take y'all out.
I can't. I cannot.
I would leave little Bow Wow and Romeo there to fight with their parents.
Now, Marilyn just gave me the green light to say I'm not raising none of you bitches. So it's on now. It's up.
Say that because remember,
thank you, Marilyn.
Marilyn, they gonna run with it.
Thank you, Marilyn.
All right. So now, if y'all thought we was in the shits, this ain't nothing. Ideology is up next with.
Thank you, Marilyn.
Ideology 101 T section. What we doing, T? I'm cold.
Now, if y'all have paid attention to Game 7, we played a little game called Pick'em before. So I want y'all people in the chat to play along with us. And I'm going to throw some things out, and y'all say which cast member that y'all think it is. And each of the cast members have to point to which cast member they think it is. So it's going to start off easy, and then it might get a little shaky. So make sure that y'all are paying attention, man. All right. The first question of the day is, who is the oldest? Who's the oldest on the panel, man? Who's the
KD.
oldest on the panel, man?
KD.
Let us know in the chat who y'all believe is the oldest on the panel, man.
That was real easy.
Yeah, you 64 years old. Congratulations.
She's 64 years old.
You already on thin ice.
I can't. You already on thin ice, though.
What I do?
You gotta put that cowboy.
You said you sitting there with the cowboy shit on. That's what you did first and foremost.
Katie, that's a Cowboys fan, so she a Cowboys fan by birth.
All right, people. Before we answer, let's let the people in the chat answer a little bit. Pull some of their answers first. So the next question is going to be, who is the youngest on the panel? I don't know if they're gonna
That's
get this
easy.
one.
I don't know if they're gonna get that one.
Nell.
Katie, did I not just say you have to wait?
Well, you know they know.
Talking
All
about
of them.
they do not know, Katie. What I'm talking about? Y'all don't pay attention.
Look, oops.
This is what I'm talking about. These females don't pay attention now.
Hold on. Somebody tell me who the hell is this?
Who is that? Who is who?
Darnell. I don't know.
Who the hell is Darnell?
Yeah.
I see some people saying you, Ish. Ish.
I know. I know. I might look like the little baby, but I am not the little baby.
All right, people.
Darnell. Come on with the Darnells.
This might be a tough one for y'all, man. Katie, once again, let the chat answer first. Who out of the cast is the first one to snap out? What's up, chat? Who is the first member out of the cast that'll snap out? What's y'all answer, man? Let's see how much they know the people, man. No, it's crazy. All the nails are flowing now. Look,
What they mean
all
by
the
snap
nails
out?
are popping up.
What they mean by snap out though?
All the nails are popping out. You know what snap out.
Cynthia said KD.
We got a Katie.
Thank you,
Followed
Cynthia.
by T.
I don't
Followed by
snap
T.
out.
I see a T.
Not me.
Your way.
Cynthia
I see a
just
T in
laid
there,
on who's
too.
the oldest.
I can't. All right, we go.
Oh, T never snap out.
A Christmas
That's what I'm
prize.
saying. I don't snap out. Yeah, no, you got to eat that one now. All right, let me find my list again, man. Y'all got me distracted. All right, this one might be a hard one though. I don't know which way this one is gonna go, man. Let us know in the chat, people. Who out of the cast is the most arrogant? What do y'all ladies think?
Who was?
Yeah.
That's a toss up
Point
between you and Nell.
Point to one. Point to one, Katie. You gotta pick somebody.
I don't think either. I don't think
Arrogant?
either one of you are arrogant.
UT.
Look at Nell pointing at me.
UT.
Look,
Yo,
T said no,
Who's everybody in the chat gonna pick my name? Y'all are disrespectful.
Landslide.
Y'all are disrespectful. Like that's outlandish that all y'all in the damn chat gonna pick me.
Mm-hmm.
I can't.
Everybody said T.
Everybody.
Right. Let me see if they're gonna get this one, man. Who out of the cast members would be the first one to cry? What's up, chat? What y'all got? What's up? I'll eat that one, Helen. Who? All right, y'all can point now. Who do y'all think is the first one to cry? You know.
No.
Helen said KD.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody's picking Nell.
I won't be KD.
Yeah, Helen say KD.
You don't know me at all.
No.
No, you the first one to cry?
I think so. I'm gonna cry a bit.
No, the first one to cry. No, the first one. It's a landslide for you, Nell. Everybody in the chat said you the cry.
Everybody said you know.
All right. The next question is, who out of the cast members is the first one to shut down? Let's go, people. No, what the fuck are you doing over there?
Where did he go?
He cried. He cried, y'all. He went to go cry. No, went to go cry. They said KD. They said you, KD.
Oh yeah, I'll shut the fuck down in a minute. I'm proud to say I won't.
The whole chat.
I would do that before I cry. A tear won't cross these eyes.
The whole chat is saying KD, man. All right,
KD. I'll shut the hell down.
You the first one to shut down, KD. We got an East sighting. We got an East sighting. Ish.
Oh man, I see a couple of Ishas in there.
Right.
I'm probably a runner-up. All right,
number 7 is. Let's go, people. Y'all ready in the chat? Number 7 is who out of the cast members is the funniest? What's up? This
That's
might be a
Look
tough,
at now. Look at now smiling.
That's-
Look at now smiling.
this might be a tough one, man. Who out of the cast members is the funniest? Everybody, let's go. People in the chat, what's up? What's y'all answers? The Nels is popping up. I don't get no love. I could swear I'm the funniest.
KD.
KD getting love. Oh man.
Look at now. He's such a hater. Look at him.
Nell is coming on to you and KD, man. Y'all the funniest.
You and KD.
You and
I think
KD.
our banter back and forth is just crazy.
I guess it is.
You and KD is the funniest. Man. All right. Let me see what the next question is, man. All right, number 8. If y'all don't vote for me on this one, I'm canceling this whole fucking show. If y'all don't vote for me,
Entitlement.
Entitlement. Yeah. Look at him. Look at him.
call it whatever the fuck you want to call it. Number 8. Who out of the cast members is the smartest? Let's go, people.
Oh my
Look
God.
at
Y'all
Y'all
be
smart.
Who out of the cast members is the smartest, people? Let's go in the chat.
You
What's
better-
that?
throw that KD up there. Don't be shy.
Throw the
Throw that
KD
KD
up
right
there.
there. Don't be shy.
Everybody.
I can't. Y'all is shout out, man. Let's
So we
go,
got
chat.
Nell, we got T.
Let's go, chat. Who out of the cast members is the smartest?
We got Ish.
This one going all down line. I don't
Everybody.
know. KD, what's up?
Ain't gotta-
Cynthia
of
said
us.
all of us. Let's
That's
go.
a setup
That's
question.
a setup
for everything.
question, right, Marilyn?
I'm not understanding why I didn't win this easily.
It's a T
Thank
with that
you, Barb.
With
smart
all
mouth.
that smart mouth.
Thank you, Barb. All right. This one could be a toss up, but it should pretty much be a easy pick, but we'll see how this goes, man. Who out of the cast members is the nastiest?
What that mean? Dirty, stinky, ugly, what?
Nigga, like you want to lick her
Dirty,
ass.
stinking.
Like you want to lick her ass, nigga. Nasty, freaky.
Oh, Eesh, we already know Eesh.
That's a toss up between those two.
Eesh.
You should too.
You seen that damn video she had?
Uh-oh.
What
Ish, you
video?
getting that one.
Getting off the elevator into that hotel room.
Oh
Me,
no!
Ish, and
Oh no! Oh no!
Nell
No.
got one.
Oh no!
Ish, it's a landslide with you though.
Yeah, Ish. It's a landslide with you, Ish. Oh no, you nasty.
And they said Nell second.
No, you nasty,
I don't
dog.
know. I think T got Nell beat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say I got Nell beat, but you know that's
Yeah, I think T got Nell beat.
All right, man. What's the next question? All right, this one should be easy, but we'll see, man. Who out of the cast members is the loudest? What's up, people?
Like Zooey.
What's up, people? Go ahead, ladies. Y'all can point. Each you and Katie can point. Who do y'all think is the loudest? Who do y'all think is the loudest? Let's go, chat.
Now.
Who do y'all think is the loudest? Me, Loretta. Come on. Who is the loudest, people? I cannot. Not KD. KD ain't the loudest.
Oh, I am loud, but not louder than that one.
You gotta stop
They
saying my
didn't say
name.
me.
Shit.
They didn't say me.
Well, I was like neck and neck, T and Nell.
That's what I'm saying. I think Nell is louder than me, though. Angelia said that's hard. That ain't hard. Nell loud as shit. Man. All right. Number 11 is who is the quietest out of the crew? What's up? Y'all can point. Right, who you gonna point to, Katie?
We already know.
Eesh.
But I'm really not that quiet though.
Right.
Like for people who like really know me, like I'm really not quiet, but I am quiet on here.
All right, the chat is saying Ish. I seen one for you, Nell. Nell is damn sure not the quietest. I don't know.
Nell
I
is
know that's
not
right.
that quiet.
Nell
I be
paid
saying,
somebody. Look,
They
Nell,
must come in on the
Nell,
parts where Nell not
Each
talking.
got that.
I be saying here, quiet as kept.
listen, Nell is
Stacey,
sending
you don't know
cash
me at all, do you? It's Stacey
Look.
new.
Nell is sending cash apps to the people that say his name. He damn sure is not the quietest.
Right.
I can't. I think you got that one easy, Ish.
Yes.
All right, this one gonna be a hard one, man. This one gonna be a hard one, chat. Who out of the cast members would you trust the most? What's up?
Oh, thank you, Rhonda.
Come on, Nell. Stop sending out cash apps over there.
Thank you. That's beautiful. That touched my heart. Thank you.
I can't believe they put your name up there for the quietest. That's insane.
Well, she did say in a different setting.
I don't give a fuck what setting it is. He is never the fucking quiet.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate that.
No, you getting all the love for the most trustworthy.
Yes.
The
Thank
fuck? That's outlandish. That's outlandish. People saying all of us. Tara said all of us. I'm not mad at that. No, you the most trustworthy now?
Oh, Barb don't trust none of us. Look at her. She zipped up. Dang, Barb. It's like that.
Barb
You don't
said,
trust none
I
of us.
I ain't fooling with near not one of them. Not near
Barb
not
said,
one.
none of you.
Not
All
none.
right, we got two more questions, people. We got two more questions. Let me see what. All right, we got three more questions. My bad. Who out of the cast is the latest? Always late. What's up, people?
Sorry.
Not lately. I am always on
Oh, wait.
time.
Me?
That's right. It's T.
Well, you do have work obligations. So. You have work obligations. So.
Let me see.
And-
Right.
and-
Okay, there
know
goes
who-
T.
And it be somebody that be killing us every week. Angela be killing us every week about something they can't start on time. It's because of Karen.
I know it's not.
We pushed it back from
So
9
you
to
said no.
9:15 to help you get your life situated. You used to have computer issues.
That's true.
That's why we.
I'll be on here waiting on y'all.
I
So
don't
it's
appreciate
not me.
Okay,
Somebody said you, Ish. Somebody said you the latest, Ish.
I'm
Oh,
always
it's
the
never
late.
late.
Actually, is
Yeah,
always,
Rhonda. I thought you loved me. I be like the almost always early or on time. Always.
Karen.
I'm never
Angela,
really
I've
late.
missed how many shows? One,
They said-
really?
Katie, Tara
Like,
said,
really?
Tara
I
said you are.
started the show,
Look,
gal.
Katie, Tara said you are improving.
Thanks,
But you're
Tara.
the latest. You still the latest though.
I'm
I
not the
appreciate y'all
latest.
saying
I
my
used to
name. I'll
be.
be at work, people.
I used to be.
All right. I don't know if they've been paying attention, they should know this next answer. People in the chat. Y'all let the people in the chat answer first before y'all point. Who on the chat has the most kids? Let's go, people. What's up, chat? No, I told you to wait, cuz.
Damn. I got the most.
No, you got the most kids?
No, you got the most.
No, got the most kids
Where?
out here, man.
And Miles?
No, you got the most kids out here, dog. First of all, why is all y'all saying my name like that? I don't appreciate that.
You won with a landslide.
I won with
Yeah.
a all right, so for the record, because I don't want this shit to go crazy, it's only 2 kids. For the record, it's only 2 fucking kids. I don't want y'all looking at this shit like it's fucking crazy. All right, the last question is this one. This one might be a tough one. Let's sit up for that shit. The last question is, who out of the crew is the most diva-ish? Who out of the crew is the most diva-ish? Who is the diva in the crew, people?
The diva or the Devo?
Either or. Either or. That's why I said diva-ish. Who is the diva of the crew? Oh, KD. Whoa, KD. Who is the diva of the crew, people? Uh-oh, another KD. Nell is
Both
the
ladies.
Nell is the diva.
Nell, you're
That's
a
why I said
diva.
or Devo.
Not both ladies. Y'all ladies is the diva. No, you
We
you
divas.
diva now. Damn, no, you the diva now. Look at Nell face. It's a tie between KD.
KD, if this was Wednesday, Nell.
Diva on Wednesday?
Look at Nell face.
I'm a diva on Wednesday?
No, I wouldn't call you a diva though. This is the people. That's what the people are saying now.
I'm asking Tara, I'm a diva on Wednesday?
Helen said, how is he a diva?
Yeah.
He's a Devo, Helen.
He's
But
a
how?
Devo.
It's how. I'm confused with that one because I'm like,
you ain't send the cash app, dog. That's what happened when you don't send the cash app. You the diva now.
Yeah.
on Wednesday? I can see if y'all said Sunday, but on Wednesday?
Angelia said you act out. That's why you a diva.
On Wednesday?
I didn't say it. Good brother Tara said it.
No, she just telling Helen that's why you a diva. Helen is
But on Wednesday?
Tara is the one who said it, man. That was the diva, man.
Yeah, but I'm saying on Wednesday?
Look at you. But on Wednesday?
Look, Marilyn got your back now. Marilyn got your back. She said, no, you just bougie.
On Wednesday? Where I'm bougie at?
On Wednesday? Oh my God, no.
Okay.
Well, just shiver me timbers, please. Goodness gracious.
See, somebody said you a
somebody
diva.
said you. You
That's
got one.
I'm definitely not a diva. I see you though, Stacey.
With the upgraded kicks, that ain't a diva. I don't got no upgraded kicks.
Helen said, y'all look up diva.
I can't.
It's okay,
Helen
thank
said,
you.
Y'all look up diva.
Right, that was the last question, man. Who
that was good.
Who do y'all on the crew think is the diva of the crew? KD.
I'll take it.
I eat it.
Now I'm calm. I'm calm, Tara. It's only jokes. I ain't upset. We know Katie is the diva of them all.
Yes, KD is definitely the diva. But yeah,
that one episode
that was a
diva
fun little game with y'all.
I love it. It was a great game.
All right, so before we get into going with 60 seconds with Nell, right? I want everybody in the comments to post a number between 1 and 20. The person who guesses the number that's in my head is going to win a is going to go home today. It's Christmas. We're giving away gifts, right? So whoever guesses the number between 1 and 20, the first person who guesses the number that's in my head between 1 and 20 will get a beautiful Christmas gift just before this show is over. But
hold on now. If y'all want one more question, just post the question in the chat. So when Nell finishes going to 60 seconds, we'll ask the question. But if y'all got a question, put it in the chat. They put in the numbers now, so you can go ahead and do going to 60.
Absolutely. So let's recap this week's NFL scores. So if you've been under a rock or whatever the case may be, this is the holiday season. Merry Christmas to everybody. The season week 16 started on Thursday night, and it started with the Raiders and the Steelers. The Steelers came back to beat the Raiders 13-10. Also, we had games on Saturday. Typically, we don't have many games on Saturday, but we had a lot of games on Saturday, starting with the Buffalo Bills beating the Chicago Bears 35-13. The Saints eliminating T's team from playoff contention.
First of all, you ain't had to say all that.
And the Browns 10. Chiefs beat the Seattle Seahawks 24-10. The Vikings came back at the last seconds to kick a 61-yard field goal to beat the Giants 27-24. The Cincinnati Bengals beat up on the New England Patriots 22-18, crushing and slimming the hopes of the New England Patriots making the playoffs. Panthers beat up on the Lions 37-23. The Falcons, the lowly Falcons, lost to the Baltimore Ravens 17-9. And the 49ers beat the Commanders 37-20. The game of the week featured two NFC rivals, the 13-1 Eagles versus the 11 and the at the time 10-4 Dallas Cowboys, with the Cowboys prevailing 40-34. It was a beautiful game, with the Dallas Cowboys not only winning the game but also solidifying a playoff spot. So you can see both the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys this year in the playoffs, and hopefully they may play each other to represent the NFC going to the Super Bowl. That's our hopes.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Can we address Maryland picking like 34 fucking numbers in the chat?
Oh,
I was supposed to pick one number, Maryland. She picked like 34 fucking different numbers.
Marilyn said, "Listen, it's gonna be one of these numbers, and you ain't gonna have no choice."
Hold on, no. So if somebody picked the same number, are you gonna pick the person who picked that number first?
Yes. So the person who picked the number first will actually win, and what you're going to win is something that we've been talking about now here for weeks. It's the Uncensored Minds rug. This beautiful rug has been customized, and it's our logo on it. It's going to be shipped out immediately following this broadcast to the person who successfully picked the number. We didn't want to do it. We kind of had hopes of saying, oh, who's our top fan, who's always commenting, who's always whatever, but everybody's always doing it. So we wanted to just make it easy, and whoever picked the number first.
Where the hell is Katie?
Won. So the number that I picked has to do with last week's show and this week's show, right? Last week, we all had to wear our alma mater's colors, right? And if you remember, East had on Temple, T had on Del State, Karen had on the grocery store in Townsend.
Stop. Stop it. She had on gold for her high school alma mater.
We had on her middle school colors.
Her middle school.
And her middle school. Okay.
I had on Penn State. What does that have to do with this week? This week, there was a bet made between Nell and Aisha. Whoever won had to wear the colors of the team of their rival. She's an Eagles fan. I'm a Cowboys fan. The number that I chose was number 11. Shout outs to Helen for being the first person to actually comment on number 11. And why number 11 is so synonymous is Michael Parsons not only played for Penn State, he played for the Dallas Cowboys, and he wears number 11.
Wait a minute now. I don't know if that's true.
What?
I don't know if Helen was the first number 11.
Oh, who else said number 11?
Marilyn. Marilyn was the first person that picked number 11.
Was that her first number?
No.
Yes. Oh, no, that wasn't her first number.
No, it wasn't. And hers was 17-7. No, Marilyn said 17 first. Carmel said 7. Marilyn said 14. Belina said 15. Marilyn said 5. Tara said 5. Helen said 11. Tara said 10. So Helen was the first person to say number 11. Number 11 is Michael Parsons, who played for both Penn State and the Dallas Cowboys, who whooped up on those Philadelphia Eagles behinds. So shout outs to Marilyn. She is the winner of this cool rug. And Marilyn, you better take care of it. I mean, not Marilyn, Helen. Take care of it. Because if I come to your house and it's dirty, it's a problem. Also,
get you two guys straight on the disrespect.
KD, we do not like beef.
Dogs. Okay?
Woo.
Middle school, high school, Thompson.
Oh, Thompson Bulldogs. I couldn't remember it.
Once again, no. Who? Who?
That was high school or middle school?
Disrespect is not accepted.
Y'all had 34 people that would go into that school.
Yes. Who?
The disrespect is not accepted. Thompson,
no, listen, In the championship game, they played the middle school down the road.
Also, we have a ton of. This is another opportunity for you guys to get a gift. Now, I know we just picked the number for the rug. We also have a beautiful, beautiful gift basket with swag from all full uncensored people. Right? See,
it's Christmas time, people.
not only are you going to get an autographed signed copy of One More Kiss, if you don't already have it in your collection, you'll get an autograph, but you also get a t-shirt as well. We're gonna get you some freaky deaky from Raw Honey.
Freaky deaky.
We're gonna get you one of Karen's mini publications, and you're gonna get some Friday Night Lights shit too. But we're gonna do it even a little better than that. The person who successfully guesses this excerpt will get a beautiful, beautiful pair of sneakers from Telemade Kicks. We do every Wednesday at 8 p.m. minus the bougie. So whoever can guess them will get a pair of Nikes from us as well. So you get 5 things, not just 4. Because I'm on 2 broadcasts, Telemade Kicks, and also Uncensored Minds. So let me read a little passage there to you, and you tell me which author, not just KD, not just T, but it could be Kenya, it could be JC, it could be a number of people that were on our show throughout this year. I am going to read an excerpt of their book, and I want you to tell me who published this book.
Can it not be a whole chapter like somebody else?
It's only going to be about. I don't.
Katie be trying to give you the feel. She be trying to set the scene.
All right, so here it is, right here, ladies and gentlemen. Just tell us who wrote this, and the person who wins is going to get a bunch of great things. Catherine is back and fighting, and her fight is stronger than ever before. She is known for protecting her loved ones from the enemy, but what will she do when she finds out her enemy lives within not one, but several loved ones? She soon learns her battle is far tougher than any battle she has to endure. Katrina has to pull strength from when she was a little girl afraid of Boogeyman, that very person that gave her protection then resurfaces in her life even stronger now.
Can I play?
Who wrote that? What was the author of who wrote that? The first person to comment will get swag.
Can I play? What's the answer?
That's a good one.
Great one.
That damn sure wasn't me.
You said the name wrong the first time. No, you said Catherine. Catherine's not a character, I don't think.
Somebody said Kenya. Tara said Kenya.
Damn, Helen won today. It was KD. And KD, sometimes you got to be quiet.
Yeah.
You can't say nothing because it's supposed to for people to know who the people really is. KD, come on. Shout out to Helen for guessing that right. It actually
she's so entitled. Listen, Nell, she's so entitled. She can't keep her mouth shut.
She said, "Don't get my words wrong now."
No, but at the end of the day, it was supposed to throw people off. I know how to read.
Right.
So it was meant to throw people off because we want people to read your publications. That's what it is. So the book is by Karen D. Nell. This is actually the book right here. It's called The Flip Side. Make sure you go out there and read up on a number of different Karen's publications. We also got One More Kiss by T. We also got a number of different publications from people like Kenya Graves and JC and all of the other authors that we had here on the channel. So we wanted to make sure that we highlight them. So you will, Helen, not only will you get the Uncensored Minds rug, but you'll also get that swag bag that has a number of different pieces from the 4 of us. And make sure you go out there and support people like Kenya. Here's another book. It's called Confessions of a Cougar. You know what I mean? A great, great read. Kenya has a number of different books out. So go out there and read One More Kiss, The Flip Side, Confessions of a Cougar, and all the other books that represent who we are here at Uncensored Minds. So again,
hold on, no. I want to
ahead.
say, first of all, fucking with me like that, dog.
What? Y'all see how deep of that motherfucker is right now?
Don't fucking with me like that,
I
dog.
can't.
Listen, I want to say that I knew that was Katie's book because it said something about a boogeyman. As soon as it said something about a boogeyman, I knew that was Katie.
Boogeyman.
Boogeyman. But y'all, we implore you to all to go out there and support all of these different platforms, whether it be Telemade Kicks,
Game
whether
7.
Telemade the channel within itself. Again, 2023 is going to be a big year for the channel. Not only do we have Telemade Kicks on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., we also have Game 7 on Thursdays at 7, which culminates right over until Sunday at 9 p.m. or so with Uncensored Minds. But be on the lookout for additional shows and additional content that will be coming your way, be it Uncensored Minds, top fan, or whatever you are. You will get to enjoy a number of different contents that we will be producing here on all of our platforms. Go out there and support Raw Honey for all your own personal needs, making your afterlife, your after parties, and your whatever the case may be is exciting and romantic.
No, we can just say that
all
that's for all the entitled single by choice ladies.
Cut it.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean? We can follow Karen. You know what I mean? Karen on the move. We got Karen everywhere. Karen be on the move. Karen be here. Karen be there. Karen's Corner. Karen on the move. Whatever Karen platform it is, we're going to support that as well. You got us here, Friday Night Lights. You got me doing my thing, my bougie thing, my everything on Wednesday. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
That's crazy.
That's what it is. So shout outs to our winners. Shout outs to everybody that makes us here at Uncensored Minds so grateful and thankful for the presences that is you. It's individuals like, and I'm gonna name a few people, so don't be upset if your name is not called. It's not that we don't think about you or you're not on our brains. It's just these people are synonymous with keeping us in line. And there's people like Barbara Jones who helps move the needle forward. She's always conscientious of the things that we post, and she's commenting on those things. She's making sure that she's checking us when we need to be checked. People like Diana Humber who asks, well, like, I need to apologize to the people because Diana said I was being wrong to no, who was it? It was not Diana. Somebody hit me off of Wednesday and said, how the hell do you not include Ish in the Christmas gift? We showed KD's sneaks on the Wednesday show because Ish lives in Philly. We could just drop them off to her door. So don't worry, Ish is a part of the circle. She gets things too. We don't exclude her. But we appreciate y'all for always keeping check. So Barbara, Angela, Diana, Rhonda for always being a top fan. Rhonda, you're gonna get a swag bag just for being first all the time. You know what I mean? Being first on Uncensored Minds, Telemade Kicks, or even Game 7. Helen, thank you. Cynthia, thank you. To all our top fans, Janine, Tara, Laura, Loretta, Lady B, who else? Kenya, the names can go on. All the past guests that we had, JC, Sheba, man, the list goes on. We thank you. Our next show will actually be January 1st. So this is the last show on Uncensored Minds of 2022. And all of us here is so very grateful of the past year that we spent. And my favorite show, and I'm going to go around and let y'all all say what your favorite show is from 2022. But my favorite show was the show of the unveiling of the beautiful Ish. When we did that show, That was the greatest show to me. And it seemed like it was so long ago, but that show actually happened in 2022 when the four of us came together as a unit, and we've been rocking and rolling ever since. So, Ish, thank you for stabilizing us all here at Uncensored Minds. We appreciate you. We love you. And we thank you.
Ladies,
Thank you. Love you guys too. Thank you.
ladies.
Love you. No,
Yeah.
no Cowboys.
I forgot.
No.
100 episodes.
I got two. Can you have two?
You can have whatever you want to have.
Okay. I would say the episode where I joined is definitely one of my favorites, but I think my most favorite is the 100th episode, only because then I was able to, meet KD. I was able to, experience the chemistry all under one roof, and I think for me that was the most epic so far.
K-Day.
I said 100 episodes.
Here we go. Diva shit. Here we go.
Katie, you said
Roll back tape. I said my
Katie, I heard you say it, but the people didn't hear you. Like, you didn't give an explanation. You just said 100th. Like,
y'all didn't ask for an explanation.
I can't. Y'all see why she's the diva, right? Y'all.
You gotta be precise, but it was the 100th episode because, like each said, you could feel the energy under one roof, and I had the chance to meet everyone in person. So the 100th episode was by far one of my favorites. One of the favorites.
All right, I'm gonna say, even though Katie took that butt plug up her ass on the 100th episode, that was not my favorite episode. I'm gonna say, I don't know if I have a favorite episode per se, but I do want to say that I always, every few episodes or so, I always challenge the cast and I always ask them, what are you learning? And so that's what I always challenge them. And I challenge you all as people to continue to learn, to continue to grow, to continue to move forward and not stand stagnant as a person. It only helps you out. Not only does it give you an advantage when you're talking to other people, but it helps you out personally to continue to move forward, people.
Okay.
What's up, man? Episode 111, man.
Episode 111.
I ain't playing with y'all. I'm giving out spankings and everything. I'm calling HR. I'm giving out spankings.
I want to change my favorite show.
What's up?
My favorite show was the show that KD was not on that day, and she fake wanted to quit. We had to run that show without her. That was my favorite show.
Your favorite show?
No, it wasn't. No, I couldn't. You know what? As much as y'all think that we go back and forth, as much as y'all see the candor and the excitement that comes from this combustible union that we have, I would be remiss if I didn't say that I love Kitty and I love the energy that she brings, and she brings the best out of me. She makes me think. She makes me look at point of views from a different perspective, and she challenges us so much that we have to think. And not only do we have to think, but we also have to mirror those same expectations that we put out there. And that same conversation that we say we want to see, we have to challenge ourselves to see if we're living it. So thank you to the three of you for allowing us to have this amazing space. As I say on every show, this is therapeutic on so many levels. Mental health is such an intricate aspect of life. And the way that you cope is by having those outlets that allows your mental health to breathe. And this right here, every Sunday, allows me to have therapeutic sessions within myself, but also with you guys, and find a happy medium. So thank you, Katie. Thank you, Ish. Thank you, T. And thank you, everybody out there, for making Uncensored Minds where we're at today. And we only ask of you to help us grow even more by liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing, and also sharing with all of your friends, your family, and anybody that you come across this platform. Because 2023, if you think you've seen it all, you haven't seen it yet. And we're gonna start hitting y'all over the head as early as January. Just think, the big homie got a birthday in January, so you already know January is a big month for him.
It
And
sure the fuck is.
we just gonna carry this like no other. So we appreciate the Dianas of the world, the Barbers of the world, the Helens of the world, the Angelas of the world, the Lady B's of the world, and any and everybody else that's a part of this, the Terras, the everybody's, because you're beautiful, loving spirit, but also the way you hold us accountable is amazing. Can't forget the Marylands of the world and the Valenias and the Janines, because people gonna hit me up later and say, "You ain't say my name. You ain't say my name. What you?" I ain't got time for it, Diana. But we love you all. So thank you. And have your ass back here next week.
Is this the last show of the year?
The last one, brother.
Yes. Last one.
Our next show is actually January 1st.
This is the last show of the year, and I just want to say before we go into 2023, if Ish and KD don't get their shit together, I'm gonna take my belt off and beat their asses live on the show. I'm gonna beat their asses.
What we had did, KD. Because I mean, I don't know. I think it's that grouping thing. That grouping thing, just grouping us, with others.
Yeah, what you see wrong, because we don't see it as wrong.
Y'all never gonna see
wrong. So that's why you have to put the glasses on for us to see what you see.
Beat your asses. That's all. Just you get prepared. Get that ass ready. That's all. Get that ass ready.
Get that ass ready.
Get that ass ready. Episode 111, man.
Whatever
that 111. Peace.
Damn, it's 111, huh?
I know.
111. 11's a good. He already opened the show with the 111s.
Oh yeah, and next week.
Yeah.
Next week now it's gonna be episode 112. The erotic zone. Ooh, my mind is racing. Ding ding ding.
112. Where did 112 come from?
112 is gonna be next week's episode.
Where the place 12, nigga? Where
112. Come on, man.
What the fuck we talking about?
It is. I'm sorry. I'm kind of slow. I ain't the brightest bulb in the thing, some people said. But yeah, it's gonna be 112, and that's even gonna be set episode 112 with 1123, right? So it is gonna be yeah. Look at that, KD. Your little spiritual numbers are starting to come into place.
Hey, they're showing up everywhere. Those are my numbers too.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Hey, the ones and the twos. Those are my numbers.
We'll see y'all next week.
Bye, everybody.
Have a great week.
All right,
and I don't want to see no New Year's resolutions this week. I hate the last week of December. All you going to see on people's posts, I can't wait to jump into 2023 and leave 2022 alone. And niggas like, stop it. Y'all been saying that shit since y'all was 14 and y'all now 63 like KD.
Look, no.
Damn,
look, one more time. I knew that was coming.
No, this is favorite John, though. This is favorite John. New year, new me.
New year, new me.
New year, new me. They be the same steak and asses. We out of here.
Peace.